So it's kind of late, and I felt the need, need to stream. I have a little bit of time before I go to bed. So I wonder, what's in your head? Ask me a question. Tell me no lies. Let's see if we can live stream deep into the night. Welcome, everyone, to the late night culture. That's right. This is way past my bedtime. Well, not actually, but normally I'd be winding down on a Sunday night. I don't usually stream like this. This is a weird instance because, hey, it's quite possible a week from now I could be getting ready to be on a grand jury, which is not a party, if any of you are wondering. But I want to say thank you for being here, and we're going to do this in the dark, and we're going to talk about some subjects like, obviously, Sonic the Hedgehog. You see, I think these are important moments when we start to see a change in consumption, when people are more interested in something that is wholesome and family-oriented and different than, well, ambulance, right? Ambulance, that's what it's called. This is a weird place because we have a film, right? That's an action film, but it's reminiscent of something from that we would have got from maybe the 80s, except not, because there's definitely some weird in it. And even though it's Michael Bay and there was some potential with it, it wasn't something that drew an audience for a lot of different reasons. And it's because it came out of what most people perceive as mainstream Hollywood. I think that's the difference between then and now. And so when you look at a film like Sonic, which again, I have to tell you, Sonic 2, good film, you're going to say, hey, this is very different because it reminds you of a different time. It reminds you of a time when there wasn't something behind it. And that's what Hollywood needs to recapture. And they're not interested in doing that right now. And yet, even though this came out of Paramount, you ended up with a creator, somebody, the driving force for this particular film, Sonic 2, that actually clung to a vision from the very beginning and produced something that was amazing. And look, you can talk about continuity, which some people have. You can talk about, certain elements within the script, but, I have to say, as far as appealing to a broad audience, and again, this is a quadrant film. You want to hit all four quadrants in Hollywood if you possibly can. This one will do it. And I think there's an audience there for it. And of course, with the Michael Bay picture, it's a more limited audience. So it didn't really rock the box. And we'll go through this, and then I'm going to open the floor to questions. Because I want to talk about things. This is not a normal structure for me. When I do these in the future, you're going to see some late night culture streams where, I'm just going to open it up to you because you're the people that matter. So when we look at this, we have this film rocking 71 million. I think it's going to be a little higher. I think this was an underestimate. You can definitely check out Odin over on his channel, OMB Reviews. I think he's going to agree with that. We're going to end up in a ballpark around 72.5 million after it's all said and done. Seems to be the normal adjustment for films that they're trying to, push down. But they would look ridiculous if they did, and that's what this is. But this is the best. This is the best opening ever of any Jim Carrey film. Don't let anybody fool you. The best he's ever done before this was 68 million. Now we've had rampant inflation and stuff, which is definitely going to drive the prices up, but not to that level. So he did very, very well. Bruce Almighty was all the way back in 2003. So it is rocking it. It's a record opening, for Paramount in a couple of different ways. It opened 22% over the previous film. Huge numbers. It basically demands your attention for a third film and a development of a new universe. But what's more important is it really beat the crap out of the demographics that we talked about earlier on the Sunday Culture Review. And again, I want to talk about an audience that's not giving their due, not given their due. Latino, Hispanic audience, they are overrepresented at the box office, and yet they're not appealed to in the broadest possible way. In fact, this is one of the subjects that my friend Paulie over at Latino Slant talks about all the time. There are many opportunities that Hollywood's not taking advantage of. It's kind of weird, right? You have this amazing audience, but you're like, nah, not interested. That's really weird. Almost a third of the box office at many films is Latino, Hispanic, whatever terminology you want to use. Box office for most films is overwhelmingly male, unless there's some kind of an appeal to a female audience. And again, those films are limited to chick flicks and date movies. I'm sorry, it's the truth. So the Bechdel test is, well, in my opinion, irrelevant. You shouldn't even care about it. First of all, it was developed by Gina Davis, who's completely out of her mind. But beyond that, it should not factor in your decision-making process. Now, there are pieces of software written around this Bechdel test. And let me tell you, the films you're getting out of that underperform in hilarious ways. But for those of you who arrived, this concept that I'm doing right now is basically an After Dark stream. They're going to be random. They're going to be completely random. Just when I think we should just talk in the middle of the night or late in the evening for me. And I'm going to open it up to some questions. So right now I'm going to check the chat and say thank you for being here. There's over 30 of you here now. And we will start to talk about whatever you want. What do you want to talk about? Sonic? You want to talk about modern filmmaking? Kind of whatever you want. So I'm going to look out here in the chat and say hi to everybody who's here. And there's a lot of you here. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Eric K dropped a super chat, no less. He said, late night, no pants stream. No, I'm wearing pants. Actually, shorts, but it counts. No, I'm definitely wearing some clothes. I'm not going to do that to myself. Not in front of a huge audience like this. I didn't anticipate all of you being here, but thanks. Monkey Jeebus wanted to know what this is. What this is me talking at random about anything. Well, mostly Hollywood and entertainment business, the entertainment business as a whole. That's why I'm here. So we can definitely talk about that. My head is full of brains. You see, absolutely. I know, Eric K. Gerald Vance is hanging out with us. Good to see you. Wow, I love that photo. Looks good. Looking good indeed. It is not a trap. It's a conversation. My good buddy Bear. Nerd Fun is in the chat, and dude is working on his craft. You have to respect this man. He's working hard. He's picking up a guitar. He's producing music. His channel is wonderful. He's a great human being, and I love him. I've loved him for longer than I even knew that I've known him. Which is weird. Someday that story will come out, but I think it's cool. Simple Sandman. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I mean, I'm here to talk about stuff, whatever it is. You don't have a wrench? How can I fix that, my friend? Is there a way for me to fix that terrible thing? Let's see. I have to go over here. I have to find a place to go. Do I have a stream? I think, you guys are asking me to do too much in the evening. I don't know that I'm here. Am I here? Or are you here? I appreciate everybody being here, actually. And of course, Bear, you can definitely have your branch, my man. Gotta find you in the chat. Bear, say something like recent. Yeah, late night culture, absolutely valiant. What are you doing up, bro? It's like the middle of the night for you. What's going on, man? The night is this is a weird night. I mean, the boss is like, "Well, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I don't know. I wasn't going to play video games. I wasn't going to watch TV. I wasn't going to watch the streams. Although I was watching Comics Division streams recently. Comics, Comics' live streams are lit for his subscribe star folks and everybody else. I want to be that guy when I grow up. Let's see. Where's my man Bear? Bear. There he is. Let's see. Wait, 100%. I gotta get. Hair wrenched. All right. Let's see. Yeah, this is definitely different. I'm doing something different. I want to talk to you. Apollo Patriot says it's been a long time. Apollo Patriot's been building his channel. Congratulations. So let's start asking questions. We got a lot of folks here. We got Fat Steven here, Six, Nick McCabe, obviously Bear Nerds One. Let's see, HVP is here. We've got Mirror Spheres Origins, Nick McCabe. We've got both McCabe's, to be honest with you. We've theme park casuals here. Rectal test. Easy. It's called the Bechdel test. It's just craptastic with cheese. Bad Bunny is here. Turn some studio lights on. Okay, I tell you what, I will do that. Let me take myself off camera. Oh, there I am. I'll get some lights on. I got heat. I'm still in the dark. I mean, just a little more illuminated in the dark, I guess. Let's see. Is that better? You want to look at a bear in an exercise shirt? All right. So many folks. Good to see you guys. Wookie is here. Let's start to talk for real, though. Let's get some questions. 8 inches of snow in North Dakota. Bro, Matthew Birkland, don't you miss Turkey and other countries in that region? Good gravy, my friend. Tim Hayes is getting some supper. Good for you, my friend. Critisable is here. Nobody wants to talk. I talk to you all the time, Bad Bunny. Glad you're here. Ghost Bear. I saw something. Wait, I clicked on it. What happened? Oh, there it is. Ghost Bear coming soon. Absolutely. The band. I can't wait for it. Why did you set an impromptu Q&A? Because I kind of want to foreshadow what I want to do with my whales. Because the whales are going to get released now, folks. See, this is the problem with coming on camera. All of a sudden, I get nixed by StreamElements. Anyway, the goal here is to kind of give you an idea of what I'm going to try to do with my whales. The next tier up, since I reached 100 members, I'm now going to release the whale. Hey, Stephen Ransom is here. Good to see you. And the goal is to do these kind of impromptu things with the whales, where basically it's an AMA of sorts, but just basically a conversation. I really like that. And yeah, Chris Mead, I am up late. It's true. Zero excitement for Doctor Strange. Isn't that weird? Okay, the problem is now we've seen the toys, right? We've seen the toys. Are you excited for the toys? The action figures? The things that most collectors would snap up in a minute. I don't think anybody is. I'm not. It was disgusting. I saw some crap that I'm going to have to collect, and I have no interest. I have no interest. I don't care. I knew what Thor: Love and Thunder was going to be, and so did you. I mean, let's be honest. That's not different. We all knew it was going to be garbage. And we're not surprised. And again, it's because of the minds that are driving these projects. And again, Disney. Disney right now is in a terrible fall. It's not positive. There's nothing good out there. They're producing subpar content across the board. their television products are weak. Doesn't matter if it's Star Wars or Marvel or something different. They're weak. They've told you in the last week and a half what they want to do, who their audience is, and it's not America. Their audience is not mainstream America. They don't care. They don't care. But as long as mainstream America continues to consume it, they're going to keep making the garbage that they're making now. So what do we need to do? We need to stop watching. So to that end, reportedly, over 350,000 people stopped their Disney Plus accounts. It's more than that now, according to some sources. I have not been able to source any of this, and if I ever do, I'll report it as fact. But it's bad. Of course, HVP asks the question, how do you think Doctor Strange 2 will perform? I don't know. I think it will perform 60, 75% of any other Marvel film of substance. Of course, Black Widow wasn't going to perform. Shang-Chi, and the bracelet thing, that wasn't going to rock the box. It did all right. I don't know. Eternals was a complete flop. Don't let anybody fool you. So, I don't know. I think maybe if it gets to 580 million, that would be about where I'd put it. That's it. I don't think it'll get any higher than that. So, 100 members. How many do you want? 100 million. It would be beautiful. I don't fool myself. Obviously, I take a shower. I'm sorry, man. That's what I do. When I go to bed, take a shower. I get up in the morning, take a shower. I'm a 2 at minimum shower a day, dude. Dude, Valiant, you're on it right now. Come on, get in here. You really want to do this? All right. Valiant's being a dude. Valiant is that guy. Wait. Live on stream, I'm going to bring in Valiant. If he wants, he's going to come in. It's too late. He's got a house full of folks. He's got kids and a wife. Look, don't piss off your boss, bro. But there's an invite. Oh, we got Top Culture Curator. Good to see you, my friend. Let's see. Any other questions rolling around in here? We're scrolling down. Andy Masterson is here, the talented. Tim Hayes is here. Get Tom on. Tom's more than welcome. If Tom's out there in the world, he can solicit me for an invite. I don't know what he's doing. Tom's busy. I invited my editor, Mr. Grant Gregory. He's handsome. Like that guy. Kind of frustrating because he's so talented. I feel, honestly, this is the weirdest place you can be in. I'm going to let you in on a little secret right now. You think you're good at doing something, and then you invite people on your stream or people to do your editing or whatever, and then you're like, oh, I suck rocks. It's true. That's how you feel. It may not be the truth. A lot of people say I'm good. Ian, did you guys watch today's Sunday Culture Review? It's really good. I had a lot of fun for that. We had Ian David Diaz, who is also known as Rebecca Gold or the Uber Geek. He's an incredible director, writer, producer, actor. Made a series called Rebecca Gold. So if you want to see something cool, web series, it's on YouTube. Go to the Rebecca Gold channel. Not only has that series, but all of his other short films. That's a talented person creating something new. We need to do more of that. I don't know about can't sleep. It's I was elevated tonight. I had lots of energy, and again, normally it would be bedtime, but not right now. Not right now. I feel like I wanted to kind of start this because it's going to be something I want to do with my whale. So, and speaking of whales, we have a giant fish joining us. Somebody who I didn't expect. It's got to be quiet in his house right now, or else he's going to get in trouble. Shh.
Well, I'm not doing karaoke.
Oh, that's true. Man, I got in trouble for that the other. Good to see you, Valiant.
What's
Oh
up,
man.
culture?
So this is a weird thing. I was like, you know what? This is kind of the thing I want to do with the whales when I open that up on the members, and I want to open it up to people who want to talk about things. But I'm glad you're here. You've had a hell of a week, man. How? Oh man,
Oh God.
I everything you're doing with WDW Pro, and I caught up on the other couple of videos that you guys did, and I thought the Star Wars thing was ridiculous. I was like, that's amazing. Well done with you and WDW Pro. How do you kill Star Wars? Well, wow.
That was one of those things that I know a lot of the folks out there in the fandom, and probably a lot of the regular viewers out there have heard a lot of that story before. But we did that more for the folks out there that have not heard that complete story to this point. And Pro and I have gotten to be pretty good buddies,
Yeah.
and we've got a good rapport going. Pro is just a I'll
He's a
tell you what, he is a super cool dude, and we have a great time together talking. He
oh yeah.
is a lot of people think of these rumor guys like Pro as off in the ether, mysterious and all this. And no,
Yeah.
Pro is just he really is just a regular dude. He's a
Yeah.
regular guy like all of us. He
Yeah.
just happens to have a lot of great connections,
Yeah.
very deep inside the Walt Disney Company, very
Yeah.
deep inside places like Marvel and Lucasfilm, and it's a treat to talk to him, and we have such a good time together, and I'm so thankful that he chose our channel to come on for the first time and do his thing.
It was great. If for those of you out in the audience that haven't had the opportunity to consume said, four videos now breaking down all of this stuff,
We've
you
got
need
4 or
to.
5 more probably. I haven't
Oh, I
even cut
believe
yet.
you. And look, my friends are talking to me. I mean, consider this, and again, these are a couple other chips of information. Like two of my friends at Imagineering, and I have more, but two of my friends from Imagineering are leaving the company right now.
I
Right
believe
now.
it. Are they going to Skydance?
One's going to Universal and one has multiple offers, so I don't know. I don't know where he's going to go, but it's weird. And it's funny because I always tell people, like, I worked with a lot of these people. The people I know, I worked with in various places along the way because we all kind of had the same interests. So we all went to the same schools. We all did the same stuff. We all were working the same places. So it worked with our school. It was just weird. So I'm like, really?
Yeah.
You kidding me? Yeah, but they're leaving. And look, it's not just because of the political stuff, which is poison right now. I mean, talk to anybody.
Oh God.
Yeah. But it's because they aren't allowed to do what they do. They're not allowed to be creative anymore. So these older people, like our age, Valiant, our age,
Yep.
30, 40, 50, right at the end, right?
When you're 43 this year. Yeah.
Welcome to my world. Anyway,
I know.
at our most creative, when we are the most productive, when we've had the most experience that we can impart, they're not listening to anybody. And they haven't been for a long time. But I want to get a couple of these real quick. The John Beck for $5 says, "Yo, culture. Yep, I'm with you. I'm not watching their TV, going to their parks, and buying their merch. Yeah, it's weird, man. I'm in a weird place. This dude's in a weird place. He's got a family. He's got a young family, beautiful children, smart guy. Well, he's got money. He's in the demographic that Disney likes because he's rocking the box in the income bracket, right?
Yeah, and our money's going to Sonic 2 and Universal Studios.
Yes. So an outside Paramount
Kudos to Jeff Fowler and the entire cast of Sonic 2.
Absolutely.
What an amazing film. I mean, Renegade Jr. and I mean, look, he loved the first Sonic movie. I love the first Sonic movie.
Yeah.
And he's like, we walked out of there. He's like, Dad, I think I liked this more than the first Sonic movie.
Oh yeah.
I mean, how does that happen these days?
It doesn't. Well, it's like, okay. I'll give you the example. Do you know how that happened before? I watched what was called Star Wars. It's called episode 4 now, but it's Star Wars, the film, right? A New Hope. That was an amazing film. But when I saw Empire, I was like, that's a freaking better film. It was the weirdest moment, right? You don't get that very often, my friend.
I know.
They just don't. And of course, we've got you saying this: Disney is going down a road. And thank you for the $20, bud. Appreciate it. It says Disney is going down a road many parents won't follow. Dude, do you even realize you do realize what this means? Like
Yes.
literally. Meanwhile, Sonic 2 needs to be built up. Absolutely. For all the right reasons, Hollywood should look at Jeff Fowler at how family movies should be made. 100%. There
Yes.
is, look, you had, this is, again, we're dealing with things that would normally be considered intersectional, but they weren't presented that way. Interracial couples, all
No.
those things. That's not
That
how
was
that
just it.
works.
I never thought when I watched the first Sonic movie and when I
Yeah.
watched the second Sonic movie, I'm like, okay, James Marsden is married to Tika Sumpter, who
Yep.
is okay. Tika Sumpter was born less than a year after me. Tika Sumpter is hot.
Oh, yeah. No
Okay,
doubt.
she is
No
hot. She
doubt.
is a gorgeous woman, and
Yeah,
I'm like, look, I will go see. I will watch her in anything.
I hear you.
Okay, I'm old school. I'm an old
I hear
school
you.
dude. I'm like, let's do this, and Sonic 2 was great. She looked fabulous in the bridesmaid dress. I'm like, she looked good. And look,
Yeah.
her and James Marsden have a great screen chemistry. What I loved about the movie with Sonic
Mhm.
2 is that they put all the Hollywood politics aside.
Yeah.
They gave families a
Yeah.
really great movie to just go sit down and enjoy with a great couple that loved each other, that
Yeah.
had great chemistry.
Yeah.
And Sonic, the whole point of Sonic 2, and I'm not going to go into spoilers,
No,
but the
no,
whole
please.
point of
Please.
Sonic 2 was the scene in the very beginning of the movie, and I'm talking about like in the first 10, 15 minutes. This is
Yeah.
not a spoiler.
Yeah. You'll connect right away.
Yeah, exactly. Is, him taking Sonic out in the fishing boat and he's talking to him, and it's like, this is where my dad took me when I
Mhm.
was a kid, and now I'm taking you. And I'm
Dude.
going to impart to you the same life lessons that my dad gave me. You know what, Sonic? You're still a kid. You're
Yeah.
still immature. I know you want to be the hero,
Mm,
but you're not ready for it yet. The
that's right.
moment will call you up.
Yep.
I mean, this was an old school father and son bonding moment, and Sonic was, even the way it was scripted, he was reluctant. He's like, "I'm not your kid." And he's like, he even tells him this.
Yeah.
But by the end of the movie, he calls James Marsden's character dad. That's the growth. That's the character growth. And like everything in this movie was so great. And my son is watching this, and I'm like, this is the kind of movie that I want to take my 10-year-old son to,
Yeah.
because this imparts the traditional family values. This is what, parents out there have been waiting for
It
from
is. And
Hollywood. And it's sad to say that, because they
well,
should have been making this kind of stuff all along.
so here's the weird thing, right? So I'm going to say something. Maybe you'll agree or not. The last film I believe Disney did that was like this might have been Cars.
Um, I would say you're not wrong.
No. It's fine. I need your opinion. I don't care. Go for it. What do you think?
Okay, so I'm a little sketchy on
Mhm.
the Disney Pixar relationship. So Cars was obviously a Pixar film. Um, Pixar has made some phenomenal films
They did.
over the years,
John
and they
Lester.
have in recent years, frankly, gone over a cliff.
They did.
Okay, so my kids and I, we still love to watch, and my grade of films, especially family films with my kids, is graded on the rewatchability.
Yes.
And there are things out there that Pixar has made over the years. Cars was great,
Yeah.
but let's also bring in the other masterpieces of storytelling.
Oh, sure.
Ratatouille,
Oh God, yeah. Under
Wally.
wait, rewind.
Mhm.
Ratatouille is the least appreciated film. It's one of the best films they've ever made.
It
That blew
is.
my mind. I'm like, you don't even realize how good that film is, right?
And
You
as
don't.
much as politically, now
Oh,
this is how good that movie is.
Yeah.
Patton Oswalt
Oh yeah. Who
is a
cares?
freaking
Oh,
idiot.
he is. He's a
Patton
jackass.
Oswalt is a moron. It's like if you ever go watch or listen to anything Patton Oswalt has to say in real life, you'll want to hang yourself
Oh wow.
based on the level of stupid. But Patton Oswalt plays Remy in Ratatouille.
Perfectly.
He does. And to be and that's why I say I want to be fair. He
Yeah.
does a phenomenal job of acting in that film. The film, but again, this is the power. If Script Doctor or Robert Meyer Burnett or any of those kind of guys were
Oh
here right
wow.
now, they would tell you this is the power of screenwriting. This is where the power of a film really is made. The magic of a film is made is in the screenwriting because it takes all of that crap in real life and throws it out the window and puts you in to a vortex of fantasy, of escapism. And this is what movies should be. That was Ratatouille. That was Wally. That was Up. That the first 10 minutes of Up, I have not talked to a single soul in my life that was not absolutely decimated in the
Oh, dude,
first 10 minutes of Up.
it put you in tears right
And
away.
I was,
You were wrecked. Wrecked.
yeah. I mean, I'm a guy that wears a SIG hat and owns a lot of frickin' guns. I will tell you right now, the first 10 minutes of Up to this day still puts me in tears. It is a beautiful piece of writing. This was the glory days of Pixar. That's gone now. It's gone. All those people, the John Lasseters and all these other guys we have watched, you and I, Culture, have talked about, that have left, that have gone over now to Skydance,
Yeah.
these were the people that made Pixar what it is.
It is.
It's done. It's over. It's gone.
It's
Disney has now turned it into a political machine to cram stuff down your kids' throats.
well, okay, so they even managed. Okay, so they've mismanaged a lot of stuff. I'm interested because you get to talk to him all the time. WDW Pro, right? I'm interested in his perspective about Frozen because back in the day, my conversation with my friends, right, and at times my peers, but my friends, where I was like, the very first Frozen was undermarketed. It didn't have merchandise and it took them a year to get to gin up what they needed to do with that film. And that was a pretty decent film, even though it was starting to have the little bits of intersectionality. But you're not wrong. Pixar became something different. Pixar Pixar changed. I mean, Toy Story, the most heartfelt films I've ever seen ever. Right outside of Up you just talked about, which just kills everybody. Up the first 10, 15 minutes.
Okay, you brought up the last 5 minutes of Toy Story 3.
Oh God.
I will tell you, I'm going to be honest, because I want people to understand. Hardcore asshole that I am. Tears the last 5 minutes of Toy Story 3. That is beautiful writing. That is setup and payoff. And if you guys out there of Culture, if you haven't seen it either,
of course I have.
Well, okay, no, what I was going to say was,
sorry.
Critical Drinker's recent videos on all the problems with Hollywood. I think he does this on his he's done some on his main channel, Critical Drinker, and he's done some on Critical Drinker After Hours or whatever it is, or a Critical Drinker Open Bar, whatever. He has a great series he's torn down. He just started doing this in the last month, where he started talking about all this in specificity. Like he does his movie reviews and his TV show reviews, but he has gone into more detail about the problem with modern Hollywood. And the videos are so poignant.
He does great.
And it's amazing work.
Yeah.
And it's something that I think everybody should go watch.
Yeah,
because
well,
this is what's going on right now. This is what you and I complain about. This is what he's putting into 10-minute videos.
Yeah, and he's amazing because, here's a dude that has 1 million subs, right? And he's saying he's more eloquent at delivering what we all talk about. Let's just be honest. Again, we live in the
Amen.
shadows of giants. I've often said that. I'm like, these people are my friends, but I'm like, wow, thanks, bro. You're doing great.
Yep.
But I don't mind. And that's the amazing thing. And I get to hang out with you and so many other great humans. I can't.
This is what
So,
makes YouTube fun.
I know.
Conversations like this, culture.
I know.
When you and I, when friends can get together and
I know.
talk about, all the ills and things out there, because this is what modern culture needs.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it needs you specifically
No,
or me specifically.
no.
It needs the conversation. It needs people to go out there and say, look, there is a voice. There
Yes.
is a voice out there for folks that are like, we're looking at this, frankly, crap that we're seeing on screen
Mhm.
and saying, okay, this used to be better. Why is it that Tom Connors and I do shows every Wednesday night, 4K for you, and
Right.
and what do we talk about? We talk about 4K releases on Blu-ray
Of older
of
movies.
older movies, exactly, of movies that came out 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. Tom Connors, Tom Conkle, and I did a 2-hour
Oh man,
retrospective
I know.
on The Godfather
And
because there's nothing out there like that these days.
there isn't. Yeah, except Godfather 3 not quite up to snuff, but I'm not going to do that right now. What I am going to say what I
It
am going
wasn't
to
up to
say
the snuff to the first two. I grant you
yeah,
that, but it
yeah.
was still a very good movie.
It's not a bad movie
Yeah.
exactly, but we live in we have an amazing times. You and I and the person that's sitting in the background right now waiting to get into this show. You and I have sat in bars and we've watched sports games,
I'm
right?
from New Orleans. I've sat in a lot of bars,
I
bro.
know that. I know that. That's the whole point. We've sat in bars next to strangers. A movie trailer comes on, and if we hadn't been talking already because of the sports game, right? Whatever it is, basketball, football, hockey. God, hockey
Hmm.
conversation is bananas. But
Yep.
anyway, um, that movie trailer would come on, and you could talk to the stranger next to you about the movie trailer and feel confidence in, wow, that looks amazing. Schwarzenegger, Sly, whoever, they're really going to kill it. And it's like, wow, that looks like a great film. Can't wait to see Rambo 3. Right. And it wasn't the best film. I mean, let's be honest. But the conversation was great. And we had this,
Yes.
and some people would say, well, Sly's getting old or whatever. And, like you would have this back and forth. It didn't matter. You could talk about the first 3 Star Wars. And I'm gonna bring up the next person. And I know they have an opinion on this because I'm sure they've been in their fair share of bars.
Y'all
What's
seen
going
Moon
on?
Knight? You like
No,
Moon Knight?
no,
Buy some chicken.
no. It's fast.
Steven, I know.
Uh,
I was gonna say, Steven, Steven, culture. I'll go you one step further.
yeah.
I have sat in bars. I mean, and this is, with all the videos I've done recently on what Disney, the path they're going down.
Right.
I've sat, again, I'm from New Orleans. It's kind of hard not to live your life at that point in New Orleans and not have friends who are of that LGBTQ persuasion. I have sat many nights in gay bars with gay friends, having dinner, talking with them, having this kind of conversation. And it's like, yeah, it's the same thing. And when you talk to this older crowd that's out there, I mean, I'm talking about the 40 and 50-year-old folks, like
Us.
our
Us.
generation. Yeah, us. And like, it's a very different generation than what is out there in the LGBT community today.
Yeah.
Very different. They're the ones that are like you wouldn't find them posting TikTok videos and
No.
Instagram videos of
No.
painted hair and all this. And in fact, if you met most of these guys that I know, I'm like, you wouldn't even know they were gay.
No.
You
And not only
really,
that,
you wouldn't. And when if you presented them with this thing, and they've told me this straight up, it's like introducing this to 5-year-olds. Are
yeah.
you freaking
Dude, they're moonwalking
They
away.
don't-
They're
It's
moonwalking
not-
away from this.
This is what I'm saying is that this is not a cultural thing.
No.
This is not an LGBTQ thing.
Right.
This is a generational thing. And this is something that people out there need to understand. big
Right.
time
See,
Right.
need to
but
understand.
does it also fall under the whole category like we're seeing with the generational thing right now with youth and trying to collect as many disabilities or mental disorders as possible? Let me finish. As Pokemon cards because they think it's the new cool thing. But what we're seeing with this is also with the alphabet community and whatever vowels and asterisks and wingdings they haven't used yet. No, that's the truth. They're doing the same type of thing, but they're turning it more into this better be in here or I can't relate to it. That's not how it works. It's the fact that you're not secure enough with yourself to relate to anything that's already being made out there. And because you're too insecure, you're lashing out at everyone else because you are not comfortable with being yourself. If you're gay, cool. But if you're not comfortable being gay out in the open, then keep your mouth shut till you're ready. A movie's not going to change that. A book is not going to change that. You know what's going to change that? Yourself, conversation. And I'm going to bring this back to everyone hates that cookie commercial that came out from Oreo, right? Take that corporation out and actually look at how they delivered some of the family values in that. It is that hard for a lot of people when they're trying to deal with generations like Valley was saying. They're trying to reach out to the grandmother. The grandmother's traditional. The real family at the time is a different generation who is actually working together to deliver it to her. So if the corporation wasn't attached to that, that was the message they were trying to show within that.
That's true.
We're not getting that anymore.
No, we're not. But I need to get some of these supers because we've got a lot of them. I want to say, and we also want to field some questions because that was one of those things. And I have 3 people to answer amazing questions, including this guy and this guy. So I'm happy. Let's get on these. We've got Eric K for $5 says that is why Hollywood hires the dumbest and worst. They want to look like the smartest dumb person. I don't know how to argue with that. I don't know how to argue with that, Eric K. But I love you, brother. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh man, and everybody in the chat, I really appreciate all of you here. You guys are incredible.
And Nina's here. I just saw her come in the chat.
Calm down, Valiant. Calm down.
Man, calm down. Calm down. We've got, of course, Fat Steven, who's actually on the panel now, saying, "Valiant, tell Harry Casino to check his Twitter." I did. I didn't even have to get this, and I was going to give it to you there.
It's okay. I was already sent you $2. You know, you can buy nothing with it.
We have people that are getting older. Tim's turning 45. So we're all getting close to these ages. We're all parental age. I'm going to put it that way. We're all parental age. How does that sound better? I feel like
we're all parental age. I've got a almost 17, almost 15, and almost 11-year-old.
God, you're old. You're old parental age. Oh shit. Okay, all right, very good. Hey, my buddy Drunk 3PO's in the chat. What's up, Drunk?
What's up, Jay?
I got Jay.
He was whining. You don't come on his show, Valiant.
Wow, he doesn't invite me.
He doesn't invite any of us.
You know, we've been talking about doing one. He came on my show, which was very generous, and I appreciated that. And I can't thank him enough for it. But I'm always open for a Jay show if he sends an invite, provided that I'm not tied up in theatrical weekends like I have been the last.
You better wait 2 years because I'm still waiting 2 years.
But look, this is one of those opportunities we just all get to hang out and talk. Nikki D is here, of course, saying, Chilling out. That's right. I think Doctor Strange 2 and Thor 4 will make $1 billion each, despite the quality of the writing from Disney. Thoughts? This is you get to go first.
Okay, I will. Okay, I tell you what, I will go out on a limb on this one. Okay, I'm assuming Nikki D, and I know Nikki D. Nikki D's a great dude. Been a big fan of the channel. A lot of our channels out there. So thank you, Nikki D, for your support. I appreciate that for culture. I agree with you if you're talking global. I think Doctor Strange 2 will bust $1 billion globally. I think it will do that without much question. I don't know how far beyond $1 billion it will go. This is the issue. We don't know yet. This movie is kind of a mess. They shot it, they finished it, and then they went back and they did 6 weeks worth of reshoots between Thanksgiving and Christmas of last year, 2021.
6 days a week.
6 days a week for 6 weeks. Absolutely, Culture. You are correct, sir. And we don't know for sure what that entailed, right? So the official message is that they did that to implant a bunch of additional cameos into the film. Fine. Okay. Let's take that on face value. Still don't know what that means. Here's the thing. This is one of those movies that is going to live or die by its opening weekend, bar none. If that movie lands, now that movie is already going to have a lot of built-in drive. I think it's going to have a tremendous opening weekend, regardless. I think it's tremendous. Now, the question becomes, what does that movie do? If that movie shows its ass and it's terrible and it's a denigration of the character of Doctor Strange, like we have at least tacitly come to expect from Marvel in almost everything they're doing nowadays, then its second weekend roll off is going to be atrocious.
See,
If it hangs on, if it gets enough international box, it could make it. But here's the thing: we don't know what the real budget is for this thing yet, and we have not seen what they're spending on marketing.
All right.
It's way bigger than they're going to let drop, by the way, because I know it went over 200 million like before it finished the first time.
See, I gotta bite my finger quickly. I want to throw this out there because I don't know if you're taking into consideration. Doctor Strange 2 is technically a continuation of the WandaVision series, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
So you have to also consider over the head, word of mouth will be the saving grace, like I was saying in the chat. But the Ralph Boner scenario is also looming over its head at the same time. Doesn't matter about the director, because the last thing we want is like, oh, this is great, beginning. Another Ralph Boner. That's what I think a lot of people are also afraid of. And cameos don't fix things. We've seen this in Disney, Star Wars, Marvel. Cameos don't fix longevity.
No, they don't. And
that's the last time you heard about Luke Skywalker being talked about in Mandalorian.
But that's one of the problems. I mean, let's just be real. Right now, they are looking for member berries. Member berries come in the form of cameos. Cameos don't fix a film. They don't. You can bring somebody in to try to solve a problem. Do you know how you handle cameos well? You just watched it. It's called Spider-Man: No Way Home. That's how you do it. And that's and they're more than cameos, because those people were very important to the plot of the film.
But that's the other thing that bothers me. Like, you guys have seen Morbius, right? You saw the secret ending for Morbius. I don't want to spoil it, but that made no sense.
I haven't seen anything from Morbius.
Oh my! That's the thing. That more cameos, but I know that's more on the Sony side. But it feels like they're trading places with cameos at this point. And rumors are that the 90s cartoon X-Men is going to be in the Multiverse of Madness as well. We don't know how that's going to be portrayed at the same time. They're going all over the place.
300 million. Is that where did you find? I'm just curious because
I'll send you a link later. I'll send you a link later to watch it.
Yeah, let me know where you found that figure. I would love, because look, here's the thing. I think it's plausible.
It is.
I mean, you go back, and this is why I'm going to say this very clearly. Avengers: Infinity War and Avengers: Endgame had roughly a $450 million production budget when all was said and done.
Yeah,
that was before they spent a frickin' dime on global prints and ads, global marketing.
Well, but they took advantage. You know this. They had co-marketing with all those brands.
They had co-marketing, but look, even Deadline, with their enormous roster of experts, Deadline came in.
You said experts and Disney in the same sentence, and I'm looking at their track record.
No, I said Deadline, not Disney.
No, Deadline. You still said experts, but it's still part of the
experts
Marvel
at Deadline. So no, what Deadline has is they have their industry experts, their industry veterans that have run distribution chains for global advertising and global movie distribution. So I do trust them. They have a good track record.
You forgot global domination.
My point is that they put with a $2.8 billion global haul for Avengers Endgame. They put the take back to Marvel Studios somewhere around a profit, and this included tertiary licensing rights, ancillary tertiary. I mean, after they went out to like places like Netflix, this was before Disney Plus and all this shit. Including all that stuff, they put it out at around $800 million was the profit.
Yeah.
So you pull that out now that places like Disney and all this do their own in-home streaming services, that profit margin comes way down.
But will
You
the
know,
whole thing going on with, let's say, the protests outside their parks, and will it affect the release at the same time as well?
it's gonna have a
If the
problem.
boycott Disney and the stuff that's going along Twitter right now with the G word, I'm not going to bring out, all of those things, will it cause any effect, or is it that because people want to see this movie in general, it'll just be bypassed?
Yeah.
Well, I
Well,
mean, they're still going to give Doctor Strange, I think, and it's not made official yet. If Disney does not give, if Disney does not give Doctor Strange a full theatrical runoff, like Sony did with Spider-Man: No Way Home, which is still in the theaters, by the way,
Mm-hmm.
then Disney is really stupid. I mean, they need to afford that movie at least a
okay,
minimum of 60 days.
but I have to give you.
Minimum.
You're okay. So I'm going to break it down this way, and this is how I know Disney's not invested in Doctor Strange the character, and why we're going to get WandaVision, the medium level bad guy, good guy
Oh,
version of
the,
Disney.
the trailer is setting that up. Yeah.
Well, it's not even just the script set that up, but it's not even that. It is the fact that when you go to their theme park in California, they have a show that is in the blazing ass sunlight that cooks the guests and in spring, fall, summer, because California is not a cold place. In Southern California, you get some heat, right? There's no shade. The show is out there. You bring in 50, 60, 70, 100 people maybe to watch this dumbass show, and that's the respect that they give it, is that. And it's terribly done. The special effects are weak. At night it might be slightly better, but they don't care anymore. They don't. Disney hasn't cared anymore for, oh my god, I'm going to say 6 years now, maybe 7 at least, when it comes to presentation of these characters authentically. And that's the point. Authentically. We haven't had
Yeah.
an authentic character out of Disney for a long time. We've caricatures of characters, and they had to give Tony Stark the right kind of an out, right? Or they would have been destroyed. I mean, let's just be honest. And the fact that they killed him off is terrible. But
Yeah.
no, you guys are all correct. So, but we have a bigger story than I even thought we were going to be able to cover tonight. It's not. It's none of these things. It's none of these things. It has to do more on the business side of everything. We're in a weird place. And this is a weird name. It's got to be Matt G. Mary
It
Miss
is
last
Matt
Saturday.
G. I will tell you that. I know that's, yes. Mary missed last Saturday because she was at IHOP because Mary Mayhem loves pancakes.
And you know what? That's fine. But Real Wade's here too. Lots of people. You guys are on fire. The chat's burning up. You guys are incredible. But they're still missing a Marvel ride in Marvel Land. Actually, well, if you're in Universal in Florida, you can ride Spider-Man. And if you're in California at DCA, you can ride the web thingy, which is craptastic. But that's not the point. We have a real story. Fat Steven Seagal has it out there in the world, and he says he's taking a break. And
No, I'm right back. No, I'm back. I was just
Nina nailed it. Nina
yeah,
nailed it.
yeah.
Let's talk about it. Pull it up, my friend. We'll share it out there.
Oh yes, dear, I'm on it. Yes.
Oh yeah, the Quinjet ride, dude. You have no idea the roller coaster you did get at Disney that was supposed to go in there. The Iron Man coaster was ridiculous, and they didn't build it.
Now the question is, do you think he's
DJ Scandalous, what's
trolling?
up, buddy? Go ahead.
Oh, scandalous! I shared it in for you. But what is that?
What is what?
I was hearing weird audio.
Oh, it wasn't me. All right, I'm gonna let.
Updated the Sonic 2 international numbers.
I know 70 million, dude.
141 total takes.
I know, dude. It's amazing worldwide. I'm like, this thing's killing it. Not only think about this. I was talking about this morning in Valiant. I wish you were there, but Sonic beat the Dumbledore film, The Secrets of the Bologna Sausage, whatever this thing is.
The Secrets of My Gay Closet.
Fantastic Breasts, whatever this thing is called. It beat it in the theaters and every market it opened against it. That was amazing.
I'm sorry, and I hate to say this because I freaking adore Mads Mikkelsen, but, bruh, I'll put it this way. I have every iteration of the Harry Potter books. I have all the hardcover illustrated stuff. I mean, like they were Christmas presents for Mrs. Renegade every year as they came out. We have all the like the leather bound editions. We were Harry Potter fans. The whole Fantastic Beasts series.
Yeah.
It sucks. The first movie sucked. The second movie sucked. Even throw out all the Johnny Depp stuff. Throw out all the other stuff. Throw out all the trashing of J.K. Rowling for standing up for women out there. Throw all that out the window. The first two movies kind of sucked, and I didn't care that much about seeing the third one to begin with. But you pile all that other stuff on top of it, and I'm like, I hope it fails. I'm sorry.
Well, look,
it's euthanized beast. That's what's happening. It's getting to the point where it's euthanized beast.
It's true, but I have to bring on something that's incredible. We're going to bring on femininity. This is going to change the game. This is a beautiful woman.
I hope it's Mandy. Is it Mandy
my mom?
again? Because I usually brought on Mandy for my femininity episode.
Oh no!
Throwing names out.
This takes femininity to the next level. It takes. It's not Tom? Jay.
It's
Tom.
I'm
sorry, I have Jay highlighted. That was unfortunate timing. No,
Jay, you're so feminine. We love you and your.
I'm gonna get an angry DM in a minute from drunk.
This is a beautiful. This is a beautiful multicultural woman that is, I don't know, the light of the world.
Kathleen Kennedy.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
All right. Thank you.
Hi.
Oh, God. I was really starting to trying to figure out, okay, what is the joke? Oh, it's Nina. Thank God.
There's no joke. She's beautiful.
Wow. Thank you, Culture. That is so sweet.
Hey, hon.
Hi, Valiant. Hi, Fat Steven. How are you?
I'm fine, but I want to apologize for these two toxic males above me who are in their late.
They're
in their late 40s and they're going through that thing called Alzheimer's. So they always
late 40s.
Oh wow!
Dude, wow. You know, dudes can make babies into like their 90s.
Yeah, I saw it in Schwarzenegger's Jr. I already saw that. Thank you.
All right, okay.
I just wanted to say I'm gonna give a huge shout out to Jay Drunk 3PO because even though we we like to make fun of him and his Canadian bareness a lot, he does a lot for this community and I love him to death and I give him a hard time in the chats, but he knows it's all in good love and there's nothing but love there. So
I also have a public statement. I do not have any apologies for any memes or anything of the sort in the chat in general. Even with that video I made of you in every movie that Valiant told me I should make a video of but never made the intro for. I'm still waiting for a Fortnite game, Jay. It's only been 2.5 years. Brother's gonna die soon. I need something, bro. You gotta help me out. Give me a fix.
Congratulations, Echo Base.
Yeah, that's Nick. Congratulations, Nick.
I'm so happy. Are you pregnant with a 6-pack of ginger beer?
He is absolutely. And oh my gosh, I have my editor right here. Wait, I need to fix this. There it is. That's better. All right, we put the lady. That's right.
You know, I gotta say though, there's Echo Base says I'm pregnant right now. That's a thing that like I feel like that was it became a thing in like the 2000s or something, like in sitcoms when people started saying like when men started saying like I'm pregnant when their wife got pregnant. And I was like, I never got into that whole thing. Like I was like, no, your wife is pregnant and that you're not. Like I don't understand that whole thing with men saying that they're pregnant. And I feel like now we've taken it way to that other level now where men are actually talking about the fact that they're pregnant. And then you're like, are you saying that in the figurative sense? Like your wife's pregnant, or are you actually like a mental person that thinks
Nick's
they're
single.
pregnant?
If he's talking about he's pregnant, he's panicking right now. He's in trouble.
Does that mean that he's constipated and he can't
is.
squeeze one out? Like, I don't understand what that
Nina,
means.
you're probably more right with that one about Nick than actually pregnant. Yes, it's so dumb.
The we're pregnant thing, I can't. Like, stop it.
It's just weird. I agree with you. I think it's weird. You wouldn't say when the baby's doing it, we're breastfeeding, would you? It's the same thing.
It's weird. Stop
chest feeding.
My wife and I are pregnant. That's my favorite line.
I use the weird pregnant thing when my wife, when Mrs. Renegade was pregnant. I'm like, is it like, oh no? I'm like, okay, we were having a baby, but no, it's like my wife is pregnant. or something like this.
Right.
Yes, I
My
know
wife is
Nick.
pregnant.
Yeah,
We're
with-
having a baby. Like that.
Yeah,
That makes
we're
sense.
having a baby, but my wife is pregnant. I've never said we're pregnant or anything. I've never.
Look,
Again, I'm
value.
old school, and especially after the first baby came out, and we were trapped in a hospital in the middle of Hurricane Katrina for 5 weeks in New Orleans.
Wow.
So our first child came out at 1 pound 8 ounces.
Oh shit!
At 26 weeks. So it's like, no. That is all my wife. I
Yeah.
have nothing to do with that.
No.
It's like that is all her. I'm like, you give her street cred for that. That is Mrs. Renegade, who is the champion in that end. So,
Exactly. Like I
most-
would be pissed
yeah.
if I got pregnant and my husband's like, "Yeah, we're pregnant." I'd be like, "You didn't do shit. You just planted a seed, okay? Everything else I'm
I was
doing."
going to say you had to
Fuck
have
That's
done
what-
something.
which we are very happy to do, by the way. Just for
You're
the
getting
record.
the line mixed up. It's my wife is pregnant, and the man says usually, "I hope it's mine."
Exactly.
Whoa! Hey
I'm
now.
still trying to find out who the
Wow.
father of my second child is. So
That's why do you
Hey.
think Montel was so popular. Maury Povich and dance moves from
What's
the
a
90s.
running gag
Maury
between me and my
Povich.
wife.
You are not the father.
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah, that's
god.
right.
Oh
That's right.
god!
That's right.
I
Oh
love
no, my
that
second
dance
child is
bit.
definitely
How long
mine.
until you
My
think
wife's
Elon
like,
Musk
yeah, she's
buys
like, oh,
Twitter?
she is definitely your kid because
Okay, all right.
attitude.
Yeah,
You gotta
look,
ask that question.
we have a giant conversation right now. Nina's
Hey.
going to love this. Valiant, I'm glad you're here. Grant, thanks for being here because you're going to go into producer mode on
I'm
top
not
of
glad
everything
I'm
else
here.
you do.
I'm
And
suffering.
Steven's going to lead this patrol.
Oh, well,
And
not
you-
even no thanks for having you here. Just read the article, bastard.
that's kind of what I was about to say. You
Do your
ready?
J.O.B.
Son of a bitch.
All right,
Make
here we
yourself useful,
go.
I hope you
Steven.
choke
Let's
on your
go.
hat. I hope you choke on your
Boom.
hat.
There it is, kids.
Here we go. This comes from
Control scroll wheel. Make it bigger. What is-
you know
And
what?
big in
Yeah,
it.
what you do on your I'm not gonna go there.
I can't do
This
it.
is
Wow.
Parag Agrawal.
That's
Agrawal. Okay, whatever. Tequila's messing my mouth up.
Parag
breaking news
Agrawal.
today, everybody.
Kirag.
It's Aquafina. Who cares? Elon has decided not to join our board. I sent a brief note to the company sharing with you all here. Team, Elon Musk has decided not to join our board. Here's what I can share about what
Wait,
happened.
does he have an Indian accent? Should I do it in an Indian accent?
Holy shit, I don't want to be racist just yet. Give me 5 minutes.
Well, it doesn't have to be racist. If
The
that's his
board and
Indian
I
accent.
have had, but the board and I had many discussions about Elon joining the board. They say board a lot. And with Elon directly, we were excited to collaborate and clear about the risks. We also believe that having Elon as a fiduciary, you stop using words like that, of the company where he, like all board members, has to act in the best interest of the thank you, Webster's. In the interest of the company and all our shareholders, was the best path forward. The board offered him a seat. We announced on Tuesday that Elon would be appointed to the board contingent on a background check and formal acceptance. Elon's appointment to the board was to become officially effective 4/9, but Elon shared the same morning that he will no longer be joining the board. I believe this is for the best. We have and will always have value input from our shareholders, whether they are on our board or not. Elon is our biggest shareholder, and we will remain open to his input. Yeah, you're scared. He has your balls in his hand. There will be distractions ahead, but our goals and priorities remain unchanged. The decisions we make and how we execute is in our hands, no one else's. Let's tune out the noise and stay focused on the work and what we're building. They're terrified he's going to buy more of the
So
stock.
is this legit?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to tell you. I can tell you right now why
He's going to buy Twitter. He's going to buy Twitter.
Well, I can tell you why he did this.
Wait,
Is that-
before you tell us why he did this, did you see his response?
Are you pregnant?
No.
No, I'm talking to
Elon's response. No, I have not seen it.
What happened, Nina? Say it.
Elon responded to that, and he put just a little emoji, like a little laughing emoji. Going,
Oh, he's gonna buy them all.
All right, let me tell you why
That's
he
what
didn't
he's
want to get on
going
the
for.
board. I'll tell you why. Is that Elon Musk? If he gets on the board, he's going to be bound. He's going to be bound by Robert's Rules of Order. He's going to be bound. He's not going to be able to talk about what happens in there. He's not going to be able to be as open as he would be not being on the board. So the fact that he's taken a minority position at 9.2%, and for those of you out there who don't understand the way this works, if Elon Musk, as rich as he is, if he had taken a position over 10%, it would have put him in a different category with the Securities and Exchange Commission in the U.S. So says the financial planner and stockbroker. I'm telling you, this is how it works. If he had gone over 10%, it would have put him into a controlling interest. It would have put him into a majority stake. It would have made him a market maker, puts him in a very different position. If he takes a board position, anytime that he has conversations with these other board members, it would have come under a board situs. He would not have been able to speak as freely as he is now. So he said, nope, I'm just going to take the 9.2%. I'm going to be the largest single stockholder in Twitter possible, but I'm not going to take the board position. That makes him available to go out there in Twitter and still say whatever the shit he wants, which is hilarious.
And Nina, quickly, yes, Valiant is very short. Yeah. Yes, that is true.
Yes.
Wow.
He's just very short. He doesn't wear a booster seat. He's just short.
But real quickly, this also is very important because they were trying to lock him into not being able to speak through the next election. Everything was timed out, and Valiant can speak about this freely, but everything around the hamstring that they were about to do was try to create a situation where he wouldn't be able to speak freely around censorship and everything else.
That's why they wanted him on the take the board position because then you can't open your mouth.
Yeah.
But that's it though. If you look at the way he's been acting since this whole announcement went out, he's been literally trolling and messing with all the Puritans and SJWs. They are terrified with one thing that he might do if he actually got controlled, and that's that word reinstate. And everyone knows who they
unban Donald Trump.
Oh yes.
Yeah. And that would, because there's people that are taking polls going, we should all leave Twitter.
Would actually make Twitter back into a free speech platform?
No. Hold on. There's actual polls and posts where people like these SJWs and TDSers are losing their mind. Literally going, if he gets reinstated, I'm going to leave Twitter. And you see everyone normal on Twitter going, goodbye now. There's no other platforms for you. Go back to MySpace. Tom's lonely. Go over there. Not you, Tom.
Hi, Tom, by the way.
Hey, Tom's here.
Lonely.
You're not that.
You don't own MySpace. Tom, remember we get your first friend on MySpace?
Hey, baby.
What's up, ball guy?
Hey,
I'm
baby.
so lonely.
Aww. You're our sad friend, but you're friend nonetheless. We love you.
Nobody knows.
Well, I'm interested.
But I'm so lonely around.
Okay, so beyond that, I'm interested in what you guys think because this is a big deal. I'm sorry, I'm weird.
I said it in the chat. He's gonna buy the whole goddamn thing.
Yeah. That's what he's doing. He's going.
I think
he doesn't have to buy the whole
He's
damn
gonna
thing.
buy it.
He just has to take enough of the. He has to take
bigger
enough
bite
of the outstanding public shares and have enough allies at the institutional level that he can coerce.
This
into
dude is
getting,
Bruce Wayne.
Exactly.
In the restaurant scene where he's like, I'll just buy the fucking restaurant. Like,
hey, George.
Well,
going
it's
to rename
buying the restaurant, but that's
give it about a year.
No.
Valiant, give it about a year, and he's going to rename the platform Titter.
He already put that freaking thing.
That's why I made the joke.
I couldn't believe he actually put that as a fucking.
I would name it Twit. Just name it Twit. You know, hey, I made a Twit today. That's it. Just name it Twit.
He can put it as a poll, and that's what he's doing right now. He is exerting his power. He knows because at this point, he, as Elon Musk, can post whatever the hell he wants, and they cannot dare cross him.
The poll this morning, what was it? The poll today, was it today when he wanted to turn the Twitter head offices into a homeless shelter? Because nobody uses. I was like, dude,
he is pissing down their cut off heads right now. This is Harry Potter standing over nearly headless Nick, taking a leak down his
there
throat.
You go.
What the hell
this is what's going on.
That's an interesting film.
Elon Musk is just having fun with this. He is. You got to realize out there, from an investment standpoint, he is toying with them. He is literally.
He's $100 million. Excuse me. Wait. Let me try that again. How many billions more is he worth? It's $100 billion. He's $100 billion. He's worth $100 billion more than Bezos at this point, right?
I have to look up the market
as of yesterday, right?
Look at the response.
Possibly.
But look at the response.
I just shared it.
Right?
You did? Oh, Nina has it. Here it comes.
Market
Boom.
cap fluctuates a lot day to day. So
that's it. This is the response. He's like,
oh, wait, what is it? Oh, that's his giggle face. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, he put emoji.
That's it.
And again, this is why he declined the board position, because he doesn't have to.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have. He has the stock. He has the voting control.
So when they handed him that K form, right? He just went, nah.
It's going to be interesting. He's going to keep trolling. You saw, if anyone saw the video of him arriving in his car to the Air Force Base, and also that whatever it was in the hangar, everyone just loved him. You see how it was great. He's going to be trolling the hell out of the Puritans on Twitter that want to keep it their safe space for SJW nonsense, this agenda stuff.
I love that one.
This is great.
You have a chat from John Penn, Culture.
This is great.
There's the homeless shelter. Yeah, there it is.
My producer disappeared. Hang on.
He said he had to go.
Be right back.
Oh, John Penn, where are you, brother?
He has to head out for a phone call. That's where Gregory had to go.
Okay. John Penn, got it. There you go, VR.
Yep, that's it. Yes, the answer is yes.
He's going to slate him. Dude, he's going to control the whole slate. That's the whole point.
What is that?
Oh, I'm not comfortable with that.
Wow, that's kind of not sexy at all.
That's really creepy.
Yeah. Why did that happen on my channel?
That's X-Files.
I was just scrolling through the feed, and wow.
You're going back to it like constantly.
And it's like a fucking. I just saw it's a blue check mark too. Like, who is this?
Going back. Culture's
you
losing.
Realize this is my channel, Nina. What are you doing? I mean, you want to,
have you guys seen the Puritans though? They're actually going going after and dismantling that whole statement, thinking he didn't want to do it because of a background check. There must be something in Elon's past. I'm like, you're idiots. It's not even a win for you.
Elon's baby mom is out of this world. Yes.
Even if there was, he is rich enough to make it go away.
Yeah, it's called fuck you money. And he's
we all know Elon's pregnant. That's why he can't take the board spot. No,
Gates is only worth 133 billion, and Elon makes him cry.
Well, I was going to say to John Penn, look, John, he's going to still do some stuff out there, but yes, where he's going. Okay, if I am in Elon Musk's position, okay, if I am in that financial position, my goal would be to take, if I really want to have fun with this, if I really want to do this, and look, Twitter financially is a very viable company in the right hands.
Could be.
Obviously, yes, that's where I was going. It is a very viable company in the right hands. It has the market cap, it has the market penetration, but right now it's in dire straits because of its very, very forced hand. And let's call it, I know it's not a government, but let's call it a censorship, because that's effectively what it is if it were a government. Now, that being said, if I'm Musk, I would buy just enough controlling interest at this point to exert some influence, especially in tandem with other institutional level investors, other 5%, 6%, 8%, 10% investors out there that I am good friends with. And I would make an investors collective, because you don't have to buy 51% of the company to get control, folks. You have to buy enough influence and have enough influence to work with other investors and collectives to gain that influence to make the 51%.
That's true.
And that's when things happen. This is how this shit works. So, John, you're kind of right to an extent. He's going to kind of dick around until he can basically slate his own board members. But to a degree, it kind of doesn't matter. He can start goofing off and effing around right now with his pals that have a lot of other shares and start making some inroads in there. And because, look, if you think that the CEO of Twitter right now is posting what he's posting about Elon Musk because he thinks this is a great idea, you're on crack, okay? That dude is scared off his ass at this point.
Yeah.
He knows that, bro, I'm fucked. Okay, this is where he's at right now.
So
he's going to kiss butt as much as possible.
He is, absolutely. Go ahead.
You got a brilliant idea now for anyone who's like, I'm now the Psycho Colonel Sanders. But pretty much just think about it this way: you have new content on the Prowl. Just do a 10-minute video a day called Twitter Watch 2022, and you do it like they did.
I
with
like
other
Twitter
things.
twat better.
Oh no, that's the Titter Watch 2022, and you like just see what he does next, because I think he's going to have a lot of fun with this. We're going to have a lot of fun watching, because it's going to be better writing than we've seen from Disney or Paramount or anywhere else.
Okay,
Well,
so
apparently he also just made like another change to Twitter. I don't know about this because I don't pay for Twitter. I'm not a fucking idiot.
from the subscriptions.
Did he make Elon? Did he change it to like Twitter Plaid or something?
No. Go
No,
ahead.
he says because apparently there was an edit feature on that $3 plus thing. So he tweeted out, like he said, everyone who signs up for Twitter Blue, i.e., pays $3 a month, should get an authentication check mark. And then he replied to himself, said, Blue already has modified 20-second time to edit tweet feature. And then he replied to himself and said, but it's not very useful. I turned it off. Also, there's an annoying reader bar that now shows up below every tweet. So he's already doing things in Twitter. Like it's like whatever he can, he's been doing. So I'm like, what now that he's gonna maybe possibly get more shares, like what Valiant said. I don't know, man. Seems like this guy knows what he wants to do.
Nina, what I was saying was he could get more shares. The thing is, the reason why he hasn't is because if he goes over, according to the Securities and Exchange Commission, the way the SEC works, if you go over 10%, generally speaking, there's a different filing and regulation system that you fall under. So I don't think it was any accident that he came in just under 10%.
Yeah, it was very thought out.
Yeah, no, believe me, very, very thought out. Because that's generally the way these kind of things work. So that when I saw that and I said, oh, he bought a bunch of Twitter, I looked it up and I saw 9.2%. I'm like,
you're like,
dude.
But here's the thing, Valiant. This is the thing I'm going to say, and correct me if I'm wrong. This is why I'm doing it this way. I'm going to say this: he can create a collaboration with another party and buy more shares.
Yes.
And just kind of build those situations. So that
hang on. So can he, like, for example, can he get Tesla to buy more shares? Would that be like?
No, well,
I wouldn't go do that because
I think he can personally take it over though by buying shares though, right?
But he was going to collaborate with somebody else. Valiant was talking about this a minute ago, and I want him to talk about that.
Okay, so Nina. Okay, here's the thing. We don't know exactly. I'd have to go pull the SEC filing.
Right.
I haven't done it yet. So let's assume for a second that he personally bought 9.2% of Twitter shares, okay? If he then turned around and had Tesla as a corporate acquisition purchase another 0.8% of outstanding shares and put him over 10, the SEC still throws him under the same threshold. It doesn't matter. Because, of course, he has controlling interest.
Because he has control in that. Yeah.
Right. So it's always looked at in terms of controlling interest, even when it comes down to employee benefits. I mean, if I have a business owner that owns an auto parts store over here and that owns another retail shop over here, if he tries to set up a healthcare plan in one shop but not the other, ERISA laws will still take into account controlling interest over both companies. So all employees have to be eligible. It doesn't matter. Same thing happens with the SEC when it comes to stock ownership. They look at a collective of controlling interest. So he would have to, and again, it's kind of like traditional law when it comes to trust, wills, estates, any kind of thing out there when you have a trustee or fiduciary ownership. You look at controlling interest. Now, if Elon Musk he has 9.2% of stock and he calls up some buddies that have 2%, 3%, 5%, 10%, and they all get together and have a few drinks and they just say,
oh no,
y'all want to do some shit?
Yeah, and they will. And
there's no written agreement. And this is the thing under law.
Right.
There's no obligation there, right? There's no controlling interest. Now, they can get together and have drinks and decide together, yeah, you know what, we need to fix Twitter. That's not a legal binding thing. There's no controlling. They're just a bunch of guys and girls getting together saying, sure. nobody
ask you
has
a
an
question,
obligation on
Valiant?
anybody's part. So that's how that works. That's what I think he's going for.
Can I ask you a question? And I like this might be an ignorant question, so I'm sorry, but
there's no ignorant
is
questions.
it kind of like it's a little weird for me because we all know like Donald Trump has money, right? Like we know he got kicked off of there. So why wouldn't he buy shares like the way Elon has and then like go in there and make a big mess of things?
He could though. That'd be the messed up
could.
part. And he could. And if he actually teamed up with Trump and he wanted to play a major joke, he could rename Twitter Trumper.
Right? Like that's what I'm thinking now.
Trump.
Like, I mean, if he wants to pull the ultimate troll, wouldn't he get Donald Trump to like go in on and like buying Twitter and then they buy it together basically, and then
I think that
he could. Okay, so
I think the trolling is pretty much to see the reaction of who actually supports what they want changed back to an actual free speech platform versus people who are just trying to push their activism agenda stuff. We've seen with cancel culture, especially on Twitter, it's a cesspool. So I think he's trying to press the waters at the same time, and do what Valiant is saying with the whole trying to see what buddies are out there that would actually like to have like a little fun. But I think that he's in a way he's watching Twitter like a lot of people do, and he's wants to, I think, take it away from the activism and just back to a social platform. I think maybe that's what he's trying to do. I think when you have that much money, you eventually get bored. So what else are you going to do? Let's mess with something that keeps messing with everyone else.
And I mean, you mentioned in the chat that Trump has Truth Social, and I understand that. But the reason he made Trump Truth Social is because he couldn't get into Twitter. Like that was the whole thing. Now I don't know if they actually like the board votes on whether who is allowed to buy shares or not. Like I'm not.
No, it's a public offering. No, that's the magic of this world.
Yeah, that's why the board could not keep Elon out. Anytime that as a company, when you decide to go public and you make your IPO, your initial public offering, once you file with the SEC to be traded as a public company, and the reason why companies do this for everybody out there's edification, is because they reach a point where they feel like they have a much larger capability for market penetration than what a private ownership can support. So they go public, meaning they issue shares of ownership in the company to the public through brokerage firms, places like Morgan Stanley and Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, so on and so forth, that offer the shares in an IPO. And the public can go out there and buy a share of ownership in that company. That initial public offering returns as cash to the company. So if an IPO goes out there for $10 billion on a company, and they sell all $10 billion worth of shares, they have sold ownership away to the public in the company, and the company has received $10 billion of a cash flow infusion for the sales of that ownership. Okay. When people like Elon Musk buy those shares like he just did, that's not an infusion of cash to Twitter. Twitter has long been publicly traded. Elon Musk bought those shares in the secondary market, okay? Elon Musk bought those shares of Twitter from people like you out there watching and me. Yep. People that have, shares of mutual funds or stock or whatever in their 401ks and their IRAs. That's where he bought those shares from in the secondary market, okay? So again, they're just so everybody out there understands, because a lot of people think like, oh, well, he picked up all this money in Twitter and Twitter got all this money from Elon Musk. That's not quite how it works. So anyway, go ahead. Culture.
Yeah, and it all depends on what is the outstanding shares, right? Because that's the conversation that we're having, and we'll get back into that. But we have to hit some of these super chats real quick so we can address them real quick. And I know you guys were here listening, so I'm going to expect some participation on these. So please help. Okay. All right, here we go.
Nikki, help reading again.
I'm going to read. Stop it, Tom. Nikki D for $5 says, will Captain Marvel lead the MCU moving forward? I don't think it'll be Strange or Spider-Man.
No, because remember there's one time that Culture was like, he's like, my penis hurts. Can you read for me?
Was that on the unicorn where he had the tail wrapped around his waist so he didn't fall off?
Whoa.
Isn't Captain Marvel currently the Vin Diesel's new project, Flop and Furious?
I was just gonna say, take that into
Yeah.
consideration. Take into consideration that the second film is going to be the Marvels.
Yeah, he's gonna be in Fast and the Furious, the Vin DeLorean, and they're gonna go back in time for family.
Okay,
That's
you
what's
said
gonna happen.
it's
the Flaccid
it's
and the
Flaccid
Furious.
and the Furious. Yeah, it's the Flaccid and
Oh,
the Furious.
did we just make that joke at the same time?
Same time, yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
We're both thinking about floppy dicks. That's great.
Wow, that is. I am now very uncomfortable. Okay, so at least we got down this road.
Speaking of floppy dicks, here's culture.
I didn't say it.
Hey,
Okay. All right. Well, look. No,
Viagra.
no, they can't do that. Nobody likes Brie. No, they know nobody likes Brie Larson. That would be a recipe for disaster. I think you're going to end up with somebody else. It could be Wanda.
somebody else.
It could. Well, no.
Spider-Man.
It
That
could
was
be
so
anybody.
clear. Somebody else, like anybody.
I think it's
Chapek.
going to be Spider-Man.
I think
I
you're
think it's
probably.
gonna be Spider-Man.
No, it's
too.
gonna be Bob Chapek. He's gonna put on the Captain Marvel outfit, and he's gonna.
I can tell you this: nobody fucking likes Brie Larson anymore. Not even her own fans
Hello.
like Brie Larson.
I'm Bob Chapek. I elect Spider-Man as the leader of the MCU by my own choice.
Okay, wow. Not only do you look like a hostage video, but all right, we'll move on to the next one. That John picked for $5. If he's not on the board, this is talking about Elon, that means he can't be sued as a fiduciary. Yes, thank you. Somebody
There's
didn't get
that.
that.
Thank you,
Right.
thesaurus. Thank you.
Fiduciary.
Fiduciary. Yeah, to explain fiduciary real quick, because a lot of people don't know what that is. I don't want to have to try to break
It's
it
not
down.
about
okay,
douche.
I mean,
talk again.
Fiduciaries are basically somebody who is fiscally or financially responsible for a thing. In this case, the company. Now,
Fat
it's,
Steven's
that's why they
laughing,
take
and
it-
all I can think about is what is he laughing at?
you could go back in history. You're not going to find. You're not going to find many instances at all where board members are sued successfully, like at a personal level, as being a fiduciary for the company. There's a lot of insulation there, so I don't know if that really has anything to do with it per se. I really think it has more to do with his ability, because we all know how vocal Elon Musk likes to be, right?
Mhm.
Once he gets into a position of being on the board, it would restrain his ability to be as vocal as he is based on Securities and Exchange Commission regulation. And especially when he has his own company who is publicly traded on the SEC, it's just probably not a bridge that Musk wanted to cross. And I frankly, I found his maneuver with this and the amount of stock that he purchased just brilliant. Just
I think he's
flat
going
brilliant.
for the takeover too, man. I really do.
Yeah.
I think he's
he
going for
knows
that.
what he's doing. He absolutely knows what he's doing. And he did all this was very calculated, because guys like this at this level, the right down to the number of shares he bought was pre-calculated exquisitely. I mean,
Oh,
Yeah,
perfect.
and even
yeah.
when he bought, like when he tweeted out, "Hey, should I buy Twitter?" You know, he had already bought it.
He'd
Like,
already-
he
yeah,
had
he was
already
already
bought the
enrolling.
shares.
I don't know if he'd. I'd have to go back and look at the filing for when the purchase was actually made,
I
but he
think
already
it was-
had it. I'll put it this way: if the purchase hadn't already been made when he made that tweet, Nina,
Mhm.
it was already in the works,
In the
like,
process, like because
everything-
those
yes.
things take days, sometimes
Yes.
months.
Massive
to-
Well,
to
not
go
transactions
quite.
like
through.
that.
It probably took, I would say, 3 to 5 market days for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
To line that up. Yeah.
Then
I mean,
it took
because you
time.
usually at that point when you're purchasing that many shares, you're talking about you're going into places like you're purchasing some of the stock or some of the in-house stock of
Right.
places like
Yeah.
Bank of America and Morgan Stanley. You're not just picking it up from guys
No, you're
like
grabbing it.
Valiant and Nina and all these. You
Mhm.
know, you're picking it up from,
Chunks.
this is why they call them broker dealers. You know, because you're not just picking it up from the brokerage side, you're picking it up from the dealer side, as in these big broker dealers
Right.
have in-house shares of this stuff that they were probably at that point selling to Musk.
That's
And
right.
here's
So-
here's the thing. Sci-Fi for Me TV says 9.2% was probably a test to see how reactions would go, and I think that's true.
Another good point as well. Yes, I agree.
I have all of Data Racer's compiled tweets if you want me to bring them up of people losing their shit when this announcement was made.
Oh, it's a glorious thing.
That's
Yeah,
always
we'll
fun.
4 pages and it's hilarious. But I want to say one thing. I think we should start a new campaign. Elon, please buy Twitch and fix Twitch.
No, fuck that. YouTube, man. I already put out.
Fuck YouTube. Forget the fucking hot tubbers. And the
Google is a
pics out
bridge
of
too
there.
far.
Yeah, bridge. Yeah.
No, I want to be able to talk about whatever the hell I want to talk about.
I know,
don't
but
want,
you're
I
talking
want
about
free
a
speech on
$2
YouTube.
trillion enterprise. It's
YouTube
second only
isn't-
behind Apple
yeah.
in terms of market
Yeah,
cap.
but YouTube
so
isn't free
that's a bridge
speech.
too far.
YouTube isn't free speech anymore. You're literally allowed to make money on a timeshare. Nina, it's no longer a platform of free speech.
It's
I
only
know.
free
I'm saying
speech
I
if
want
you're on
free
the
speech
left.
back, so
Oh,
I
that's
want him to
true,
buy
too.
it.
So I
Nina,
gotta
I
make my
agree. If
channel
Musk
called
had the
Reed.
money, if he could afford it, he probably would take a chunk out of Google. But he's going after Twitter right now. He's doing an incremental
He
approach.
can't
He's
do
doing
it
what
all. He can't do it all.
He can't. But I am grateful, thoroughly grateful for what he is doing.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I'm not reading all these, but I'll bring them up for you.
But here's the thing. Joey says the thing that should resonate with some people. He may have already arranged to buy more than 15%. That's quite possible.
Oh, look, the dude has his designs right now. We don't know what they are.
No.
And we're not going to know till after the SEC filings are made public, which is usually several weeks after shit actually happens. But
well, the thing is his response is really fucking weird. Like they're like, yeah, he's not gonna be part of this anymore. And the way they made it sound was like as if like he's getting screwed or he got bullied out of there, or like
That's
I don't know.
totally
The way,
what it is because what you guys just said. He probably is like, all right, you guys are not going to let me have my way. I'm going to buy this whole fucking thing. And they're like, all right, well, we're not going to have you on the board. And they can make that action now, but then come this week, Nina, I'm willing to put money on that he buys a bunch more shares or gets with somebody and buys a bunch more shares. And he's like, fuck your little board.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, Tom, because that response, like immediately after that dude put that tweet out, was a response. That was if it
wasn't for that laughing, I'd be like, I have no idea. But you're right, Nina. That's
if he can't get other investors, other major investors in Twitter to get behind him and create his little cocktail party like I was talking about earlier, then yes, Tom is right. He will probably push ahead and buy more shares. And then that will be a different game for him. But I think right now what he's doing is he's showing up to the table going, okay, and look, let's be frank. This is what Elon Musk is doing. He's walking in the room, he's whipping out his dick, and he's slapping it on the table.
Well,
and he's like,
he's swinging it around.
Who else?
Have you guys ever seen the movie?
Y'all?
Yeah. Have you guys ever seen the movie Oscar with Sylvester Stallone?
Yes.
Yeah. I love
That's
that
exactly
movie.
what I think is happening right now.
You're
For those who know what I'm talking about,
Love that film.
the whole point of the film is Sylvester Stallone plays a gangster who, at the behest of his father, and
stockbroker.
Yeah, and he promises his dad he's going to go straight. Well, he goes to buy into this bank, but basically the bank is doing to him exactly what Twitter is doing to Elon. I mean, he just says fuck it at the end because I've made this bank so much money, whatever. But like, I think Elon's saying it fuck it the other way. I'm going to buy the bank.
Yep.
It's going to be interesting.
It's going to be very interesting. That's why you need Twitter Watch.
This is going to be a weird couple of weeks, I think.
Yeah.
But think of it this way. Look at your guys' faces. Look at all the reaction. Look at how we're all talking this with excitement. We can see it in the chat. This is literally something like we're on a roller
find it
coaster.
hilarious, actually.
It is. It's like when SNL used to be funny. Yeah.
Yeah, that I would say that, Master.
Something like that.
Because I would have thought by now Twitter would have died.
It should have.
It should have.
Facebook is on its way out.
Yep.
The lifespan
MySpace
on these,
died. God knows how long
the
ago.
lifespans on these social media platforms is
doing
what,
it.
5 to 10 years at the most.
Yeah. Well, think about it. What was the last social media platform that went more than a decade?
None.
Facebook, other than Twitter.
Facebook is like and that's the
MySpace.
thing though, is Facebook, the kids have moved to Twitter.
They have.
Mandy has a MySpace page.
Still?
Is it like
I'm
the
sure I
same
still have
one, or
one.
did she re-sign up?
She keeps telling me, no, I still got a MySpace. I'm like, sweetie, I love you. We need to talk.
I probably still have one if I could remember my password.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me too.
yeah, put
I
it
would
off.
still
Or
have
what
mine if I could
email it's
remember my
under. I don't
password.
remember.
What?
Because I never shut
No.
mine down. Like, and I've heard they're still there. I just don't remember my password.
I don't know what
Alright.
HBP is talking about here, but they're like two totally different films.
Yeah. Twitter stock didn't do much. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, so you can do a
Who is
lot of
that?
Well, he's
moving.
not doing this obviously to bump up the stock or anything, right?
No,
This
no.
has little to do with the stock and more to
No.
do, I think, with
No.
control of the company.
No,
That's what it
he's
sounds
having
like.
this
now.
is no. Elon, look, Elon does not give a shit. When he bought this, and a lot of people were thinking, oh, well, he talked it down a few days before, and then he bought into it to drive it up. Now, okay, you
Bye,
can say
Tim.
that, and I get it, and that did happen. Granted. But if you really think that's why he did it, then you don't know Elon Musk at all.
Mm-mm.
I mean, this guy, this is a guy, let's be honest, we've all seen his post on Twitter. I think everybody on this panel, I think everybody in the audience can agree at a purely intellectual level that Elon Musk does not give a shit about
No, he has too
anything.
much money. He doesn't care.
Yeah, exactly. He did this because he was sick of what he was seeing, and he said, "You know what? I've got the money. I've got the experience. I know what I'm doing. You know what? Screw it. I'm tired of hearing everybody complain about it on Twitter and whine. I'm going to go in there and do something about it because I have the actual financial capital to do this.
But
watch me."
But Valley, you're forgetting a simple point that even might not even be that. It's because he can.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Simple. It could be
Because
just
he
because
can.
It might not even be the whining. You says he doesn't give a fuck. It might be even true to what he's saying on Twitter, but people complain. He might not even give a fuck about that. He might literally just be doing it because he can. He is a screw.
Oh, I think he's doing it for the lulz.
Okay.
Yeah,
If
that's
he was
true.
doing
That's
this,
what I
though,
think,
Steven,
Tom.
if he was doing this, though, Steven, just because he can, there's lots of other companies out there.
But
that he
Twitter.
Well, I think he's trying to make a
Twitter's the most
statement at the
effective.
same time.
Yeah.
That's my point, and maybe I'm misunderstanding, and I apologize if I am. And that's my point is that he's going into Twitter because, yeah, he can. You're absolutely right, Steven, because he can. But he's doing it because there is a personal vendetta. There's a personal passion here. And he's like,
Yeah, I mean, some people say,
I
like,
can
he's
make an
doing it
effective
'cause
change. And this is an effective change that goes out to a huge audience.
Sure.
Yep, that's it.
Some people are saying he's doing it because he doesn't like he didn't want to get banned, so he went and did it so he doesn't get banned. Oh my god, he deleted that response.
Maybe he gave his hand too much.
Oh no, he deleted the little emoji.
Maybe because
That's
he was
funny.
giving too much. Maybe another emoji will pop
Well,
up.
let's get a few more of these super chats 'cause I'm way behind. Thanks for being here, guys. This is fun. I haven't done this late at night for a long time. We've got Hunch the Dirty Roofer for $5 saying, "Did any of you catch the series finale of Peaky Blinders? I did not yet. What's y'all's opinion of the show? An underappreciated series that was able to stay non-woke?" Yes.
Wait. The series finale. Wait, it's not on Netflix yet, right?
It should be.
I've never watched it.
Oh no, wait, I thought it was on BBC right now. I didn't think it was already on Netflix.
Oh, it's not on Netflix already. I don't think it is. I
Okay,
think it's-
thank
it's
God.
airing
No,
on
I'm a
BBC.
huge Peaky Blinders fan. Like, I'm waiting for this.
But I think
Yeah,
it's
I
on
think they
BBC
release
right now.
it on Netflix like a couple months after it gets like fully aired.
It's supposed to
the
be out on
BBC.
Netflix, I thought, in May.
All right. Well, all I know is
So-
I think it went out on is it ITV over there? I think, or is it BBC Player?
It initiates on BBC.
Yeah, BBC
and
Player.
then, yeah. So I'm like, I've been trying to, like, I don't avoid many spoilers. Like, spoilers don't usually ruin things for me. But with Peaky Blinders, like, I don't want to know. I want to wait for it to drop on Netflix because, holy hell, that is my show.
It's a great show. I only watch it a season at a time, so we'll have to see. But thanks, Hunch. You're awesome. Hunch is great at recommending series, by the way. If you ever want an opinion on something, Hunch has been batting 100 right now. We've got another one from Kai. Makes fun stuff for $5.
Hey, Kai.
Elon joining the board would have been part of a deal where he can't buy more than 14% of Twitter until after 2024. And that's the conversation that it's a deeper conversation. He won't be able to fix the situation before the election. That's 100%, I think, part of this as well. So we're going to get non, at least from this angle, non-fortification. I don't know. That's my opinion. You guys, what do you think? Anybody want to venture a thought on that?
I can tell you, I mean, y'all were talking about the Trump thing earlier.
Yeah.
I don't think Trump wanted to try to drive into Twitter. I don't think
No.
he cared. I think
No.
you have to understand, part of his love it or hate it, his ego issue is that he can take something from scratch and build it up, and maybe he can. And his social media platform, DWAC, DWAC is the ticker symbol on the stock exchange, by the way. That's what he's been going for. Now, with Elon buying this much of Twitter, is it possible he calls Trump and says, do you want to do an M&A? That could be interesting. And I don't think
Wait, what's an M&A? That sounds like some sort of sex
that's
game.
murder and acquisition is the terminology.
Merger and acquisition.
Well, he did announce he is running for 2024, isn't he? That's what he had. What was it? The meeting.
Trump?
Yeah, Trump says he's thinking about running for 2024.
He might. I think he'd be better off getting behind Ron DeSantis at this point, but that's for another conversation.
From my understanding, at the rally he had a couple months ago, about a month and a half ago. Was it North Carolina, South Carolina? He literally said he's planning on running for 2024.
He can try, but I to answer this question, it would involve me saying something that will get this channel stricken about the 2020 election.
Please don't.
Oh no!
No, exactly. Don't do that. Culture's in the bathroom. Don't do it. Wait till he's done.
That's my point. Is that
wait until he's done and then take his channel down?
You know, y'all know what I'm saying out there.
We all know what you're talking
85
about.
million votes.
See,
y'all.
okay. All right, you guys brought up DeSantis quickly, right? I want to throw this down.
You're talking about Chrissy Mayer's, live from January 6th podcast.
Yes.
What was talk about on Chrissy Mayer's podcast?
Chrissy Mayer's 85 million likes on her video.
That's right.
I can hear Culture laughing from the shitter out there. So yes, because
everybody go by Chrissy Mayer's podcast. That's
please,
amen to that. And I would love an invitation to Chrissy Mayer's podcast.
We got to give DeSantis credit, because I don't know if anyone else has saw that tweet today. DeSantis nailed it where he said he signed that bill or that movement that kids graduating will have to take a course into credit scores, how to do your taxes, and all that stuff.
Yeah, I saw that.
And that's actually something very valuable, and that's actually something pristine. That gives them some brownie points, because those are things that are actual life skills. Because a lot of people go out there don't know about how to pay taxes, what a credit score is, how to get credit, how to lose credit, and he's on the ball. And I think that's why it's bothering them, because you're seeing people like DeSantis taking the Elon mentality, not giving a fuck.
No, and look, you are now starting to see, and again, we can talk about populists for until we're blue in the face, but you need populists that are actually not aligned with ideology. You need people who are purely about the betterment of the country, of the American people. We haven't had a populist like that in a long time. And when Trump came in, although he wasn't exactly that, he opened everybody's eyes to what politicians should be: not aligned with business interests, not beholden to lobbies, not beholden to a particular forum in a very in a location. It changed the game.
Well, he also opened up the eyes of most people. He blackpilled a lot of people into understanding how much the mainstream media lies, and how much they're in the pocket of political affiliates, and how it's basically like political propaganda most of the time. It's not even actual news.
Yeah, I learned most of that when Ottawa was going on, because we started seeing different narratives, whether it was in Parliament and the way CBC was portraying stuff while playing victim at the same time. And it's like the black pill's out. Yeah. The armies are waking up, and you've seen this movement even since February. You've seen a movement going across the thing, and I saw it down in front of Disney. The guys holding the banners. It said "Hold the line." Where have we seen "Hold the line," Nina, for 3 to 4 weeks in Ottawa?
Trucker convoy.
Exactly. Trucker convoy goes from California to DC. People making up narratives. Freaking what is his name? Ted Cruz hurts the Daily Beast's reporters' fees, and he's been on a rage hate campaign on them for God knows how freaking long. And now they're going back to California, and they just arrived.
Yeah,
the movements are everywhere.
Yeah, no, and you're not wrong, but I think Master Sidearms has the right idea. Trump and Kid Rock in 2024.
Oh my God, no, that's like a
maybe not.
loss. That's an immediate loss.
Maybe
It
not,
needs
but
to be Fred Durst and Trump.
oh
Okay,
no, are you kidding? Wondering who somebody gave head to first? I just said that on my channel. Holy shit!
Wow,
That's
please
wow.
clip that, somebody.
Did you do it all for the Nookie culture? Is that it?
I did it all for them. No, anyway,
Come on,
deleted
the
scenes
Nookie.
for
Come
fun.
on, the Nookie.
God, I'm so
God,
sorry.
I used to freaking
sorry,
sing that
Steven.
song
Steven,
when I was
Steven,
like
Steven,
I was
I'm
like
sorry.
12 and I had no idea what Nookie meant.
You didn't know what the Nookie was?
No, and I was like,
Oh my.
singing that song, and like, I don't know, somebody I knew like was like, "Do you even know what the song's about?" And I was like, "No."
You know what the Nookie is? Tom, did you know what the Nookie was?
Well, I think Tom was probably older than me though, so I think older people would probably understand more than me.
All right, well, let me read
like
this for
12.
$5 from Steven. I'm so sorry, Steven. Hail to everyone. Can Warner's reshoot Flashpoint without Ezra Miller, or has the ship sailed? This is a great question.
The ship sailed.
No, I don't think so. There is no ship. They reshipped the ship already. Okay, wait, let me finish.
You can Flashpoint his ass out of existence.
You can.
Yes.
As for Elon Musk, he's playing the long game. Absolutely.
Elon Musk?
No, he said elongated Musk.
Elongated Musk. Tom, seriously, can they grant Gustin Ezra Miller out of there?
I think that they have shot way too much, spent way too much.
Oh, it's been done twice. The film's been done twice already.
Well, technically, whatever. But like, I heard just before Rolling Stone said it from somebody that they did have that secret meeting.
They did,
and that he was done. Now they're saying in the press that it was more of a break. That break means until we'll see how the fucking court case comes out. Basically,
it's not going to go well.
Yeah, like who's getting sued and what.
Yeah, luckily the film is delayed enough that by the time it comes out, maybe people will have forgotten. And chances are, Ezra's.
I will never let anyone forget this. You want to
No,
fight?
but that's what the studio's hoping for, Nina.
Now, Tom, I have a question though. I don't know if you've heard or followed the CW. Grant doesn't want to do Flash anymore, and I hardly think he's going to want to pick up the film unless it's a lot of money. Like,
oh no, he's not even going to be in all the episodes of the final season.
He's done. He's done as the Flash. He's literally.
You got a show now called The Flash, where a third of the episodes aren't going to have the Flash.
Yeah, it's just Iris yelling at people.
Grant Gustin can't be in the Flashpoint movie because they've already stated that the Flashpoint movie is a totally different like universe than like the CW Flash.
It's a choke point paradox. Let's get it right. He just runs around in flip flops, choking people in his house coat. That's all it is.
I always said he should have been Reverse Flash. Like I don't understand why they didn't just cast him as Evil Flash and get it over with because
that would have helped.
He's evil.
It would have helped. You could have got rid of him that way. I want to acknowledge George Shit.
George Shit.
Wow, I cannot talk. This is the problem when I get tired. It's like
thanks for your shit, George.
Thank you for $20 super, George. I love you, brother.
Hey, George, if you want to come by my stream and drop some shits like this once in a while,
yes, please do. Drop shits everywhere.
Just Amber turd my super chats. That's it.
Why are you torturing me? Why?
We're just shitting around the culture. That's all we're doing.
What?
Anyway, one more. We've got it. TC Burton for $2. This Insomniac stream is pretty legit tonight. I know. Maybe we'll do this more often than I thought because I have these. I have incredible people here. What the hell? Why are you guys all still awake? I love you all.
Well, I was on like Simpcast, and then I that finished, and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna go downstairs and chill out now, and then I put on you. And then I was like, whoa, you're on. And I hadn't talked to you forever. And I was like, I need to talk to Culture. And then you sent me a link. And then I was like, oh, yeah, I get to go talk to Culture for a minute.
Except that here's the weird thing. Nina and I used to hang out all the time. And then she got busy, and now she paints her nails. I've noticed.
I do. I just got my nails done. Look, it's got a daisy in the middle finger.
Oh, nice.
So I can tell people to fuck off in a really nice way.
That's great. My audience enjoyed that. Thank you very much for that.
You just all got fingered on Culture Casino show. How do you feel?
That I don't know that was the right terminology.
It's a fuck you, but like in a nice way because you get to see a daisy on it.
Like a proctologist.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, this show, I hope it might get a redo. TC Burton for $2 says Facebook has me on a 90-day timeout for 6 months. Oh shit.
Dude, their censorship is
Ouch.
brutal. It is brutal.
How do you do that?
Facebook banned Carrie Smith for like posting a picture of a tweet by a picture of a quote by Mussolini about corporatism and like how corporate and fascism like combine or whatever. They banned her. They were like, no,
That's crazy.
Facebook is not only that won't only just ban you or shadow ban you, it will literally hide any live video feeds if they want to. And I would during like February to March, you couldn't find anyone that was down on the ground. It would be buried. You would have to switch to live, and you would still have to look, and you would never find any of these people, but they would be live. They were cut like blocking out what was going on down in Windsor and everywhere. It was crazy, and they're still doing it. Their algorithm picks up the simplest thing and just knocks you out like that. A picture, a word, anything, you're gone. Whole groups of like 300K members we wiped out in an hour. It's nuts.
That's crazy. Sci-fi for me TV says Twitter banned Juanita Broderick today. Holy cow, really?
I actually don't know who that is.
For what? Juanita Broderick, Nina, from the Clinton days.
Matthew Broderick, that's why.
Yeah.
I was thinking
Juanita Broderick was the woman that Bill Clinton raped.
Whoa!
Oh, I'm sorry. I said the
allegedly.
I said the R word.
And it's nice seeing you.
Y'all are trying to get culture shut down. I'm the one who's being good tonight.
I'm being good.
I didn't think about that when it came out, but yes, that was
he's the one that we watched that video that one time, Tom, right? Like on my stream where Hillary Clinton was like talking about it.
I think so. Yeah.
Yes, she was one of the women that Hillary Clinton destroyed for the audacity to come out and tell the truth about her husband.
Right. Yeah, Hillary went all weird on her. I remember.
No kidding. Shut it down. Yes.
Would anyone like to buy a dress? It's blue, lightly stained.
You know what? Is that really a stain you can't get out, though? I mean, come on. It's merely protein. Speaking of which, we got a couple more supers.
Wow.
We got one from TZ Burton for $5. Says, Substack VP of Communications Lulu Chang Meservi trolled Twitter employees upset with Elon Musk to not apply at Starbucks. Or excuse me, Substack. This is glorious. Dude, Substack says, suck it. They did it twice in the last 2 weeks. Can you believe that? They're like,
I love it. I love it because what they're trying to say is we don't want your activists here. You know, we want people that want to get paid and do their job, not complain and try to get money while doing jack shit.
I think Substack's a beautiful but
that's it.
model.
But that's the whole thing, though. We're at this point now where people are handed jobs, handed properties, handed everything, and they don't understand that you can still do a good job and fail at it and learn to do better next time. You're not going to be perfect at everything, and that shit needs to get out of these generationals right now. They need to be gone.
Tom's trying to get canceled off of Twitter right now.
Yeah,
I know.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I'm making a fucking statement.
Sure,
who cares about Twitter?
Oh, shush, Valiant. You will eventually find love out there.
Yeah,
eventually.
While Tom's sharing that, I'm going to get to one more super. Brett Cohen, thank you for the Australian $5. Appreciate you, my friend. Says it's afternoon. Late night culture is German movies with bumps and curves from the 70s. Going ball. That's right, baby.
You forgot the Harry Bush too.
Oh,
you said,
dude, no kidding.
Did you literally? You should say Groomer. You should have had underneath it say Disney.
Oh no! Here, Tom, I'm going to share this killer
about Harry Bush.
Hey, now here we go, Tom. You're going to get to defend this. I'm pulling this up. That's what you said.
This is so good.
All right, that's the wrong one. Here we go. There it is.
What is there to defend?
It just looks like you, bro. Just looks like you.
Yeah, hold on. Let's give you a quote tweet.
I don't see anything there to defend except on Disney's part.
Exactly. They're the ones who are trying to like. They're not this. They're not that. It's maps. It's this. It's no. Say what it is. It's fucking groomers.
Exactly.
They were blowing up about the whole, say gay, say gay, say gay, say gay. Well, no one said shit about saying gay.
Yeah.
Stand up, parents and adults of America.
And if they come after, but if they come after you, all you gotta say it. What? I like dog groomers. You got a problem.
Well, with regards to what Tom is talking about here, I just saw this posted by the
Jack Prosaic
King. Not just Florida, more than a dozen states propose the so-called this, but I'm not going to call it that. We all know it's the Parental Rights Education Bill.
See?
So
It's
First
happening.
Florida, then Alabama. Now lawmakers in Ohio and Louisiana are considering legislation that mimics a Florida law.
Yes, we are.
Well, good for them.
The
Good
problem is in
for
Louisiana, we
them.
have a shit governor right now.
But there
But
is
that shit governor is probably, I mean, well, he's on his way out next year. So,
But this is brilliant, though. This is brilliant for one thing. You know what this means? That LA County will ban any other state travel to any of these states that pass these types of bills. So you know what you mean? You'll have no Californians in your goddamn states,
I know,
guys.
it's
This is
glorious.
Christmas.
That's
Well,
it's
hang
shit. What
on,
is
hang
everybody
on, because
complaining
they're
about?
only banning like government officials. They're not banning like regular Californians
Well, you
from going
can't
down
ban.
there.
No,
You
no, no, okay.
constitutionally cannot ban. The Constitution restricts. A state cannot ban the free
What if you build a
travel
wall
of
around it?
people from one state to another state. But
Yeah,
it's
that's really,
it's just
like-
official travel. It's just
Honestly,
official
it's
travel.
really bizarre, though,
they're
because that-
skirting the Constitution to use official government personnel
Funds.
and employees and
Yeah,
stuff like
funded
this.
travel.
It's a really bizarre thing to do, though, because this is the kind of stuff that they do during an actual civil war and like actual coups where they start
Well, that's
banning
because
officials
California
from-
is populated by fascists.
Well,
That's not
yeah.
true. That's not true. There's public poopers as well that just crap on the sidewalk. It's both.
Well,
I-
that's the low class
One
fascists.
talks shit, one takes a shit. It's the same thing.
Wow. All right.
Oh, okay.
Come on, Valiant. You like that one. Shush.
Nina's speechless and things. That was a great article, Nina. I wish we could have got a little more into it. I just
Yeah, go more into it.
But do you want to go more into it? I didn't know how much.
if you want to, I'm curious because to my knowledge, there were 14 states that were in the process, various levels of doing this particular thing. So
I haven't read the article myself, so I was just like reading it on here. It says across the United States, at least a dozen states are considering the new legislation that in several ways will mirror Florida's new controversial law referred to by some opponents as this. The specific details regarding the bill between the states, but overall they seek to prohibit schools from using curriculum or discussing topics of gender identity or sexual orientation. The institution of the bills is an overt form of structural. Okay, but we don't need to read about that. It's like, who cares?
No.
You guys have all read the bill, right? I've read the bill.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's
1557.
read it. That's the thing. The people who haven't read it are the ones that are reading out there in public, I think, right? Am I wrong?
Yes.
Okay,
That-
here we go.
that
Okay,
and
here's
actual
the crux.
teachers.
Okay, here's the crux of the article. Here we go. It says cascade of bills have followed, taking Florida's lead. We got Alabama, Arizona, Georgia, Iowa, Louisiana. I guess. Okay, so Louisiana, Missouri,
I wouldn't be
gender
surprised if
sexuality,
Wisconsin jumps in.
and
on that if you want
Indiana
to,
bill does the same thing, and Kentucky would, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Ohio. So there we go, and South Carolina. So there you go. That there's all the different states that are doing something really similar.
Yeah.
Why does this
And-
feel like segregation coming down with the
It isn't.
No. You know what I mean, though. The states are passing bills, the same types of bills. You got to start seeing that there's going to be pushback.
Well, it's going to be
Some northern states will jump in on this,
There's-
especially
I
if
hope so.
Iowa is, like Wisconsin will, and a few other.
Well, in
It'll
Ohio,
spread.
Ohio is pulling their head out of their ass. Pennsylvania's starting to do the same thing. Virginia's like, yeah,
Illinois is fucked. but-
New Jersey is
I know.
fucked.
Yo, New Jersey. I'm not
Oh,
getting
I
to that
saw
that sex
yeah.
ed bill they just passed. With the
Yeah,
whole-
that's messed up.
Can you and the commercial? Did you see
But
the
it's
commercial? Mia?
Jersey.
I didn't see the commercial.
Look for the commercial. It's even more messed up. Culture, can you share
Ugh.
this quickly? Because I think everyone needs a laugh of the we call Twitter.
Oh, absolutely. And this
Wait,
is what
speaking of Twitter, though, I'm sorry, Culture. I really
No,
do want to know, what do you guys think of Elon Musk deleting that laugh? I feel like that was a statement too.
Trolling. He says, "Wait for
What,
more
who
to
is
come."
he trolling though? Twitter, like
The
us?
people,
Or-
think about the amount of people replying that are making up their own assumptions of why he didn't get on the board, and they're highlighting things like background check and all that weird crap. They're
no,
gonna
he
make their own
passed it.
narrative.
He's a fucking federal government
Oh,
background
okay,
check. Not just
okay.
one.
He
It's
doesn't
alright.
care. He doesn't
Culture.
care.
Culture. I'm saying what the the idiots, the ones that are freaking out are doing. If you look right underneath that post that the CEO posted, someone underneath highlighted those things and tried to make it. That's the reason why he didn't get in. They're literally making up their own narrative as soon as that was posted.
Yeah, but it's not true. And
No, it's
interestingly enough, Darius isn't the only one to mention this. Right now, the extremist leftists are blaming the authoritarian Christian right. I agree with that.
Yes, they are.
What if you have no right hand? Do you still get blamed?
I don't know.
Okay.
Save Jersey kids, yeah, absolutely. Hashtag for sure.
Dude.
But no,
Yeah, for reals though.
this Agrawal dude, the guy that's currently in charge of Twitter that pushed out Jack Dorsey, who's actually friendly with Elon Musk, just FYI. He should be in full blown panic mode. I think Valiant kind of outlined that while we were talking about it.
But the whole commercial though, Nina, if you find it, like the whole advert is creepy as hell. But if you want some laughs, there you go, Culture, whenever you're ready.
And Joey's right; they're trying to save face.
What do I even look for, Fat Steven?
I'll go to the New Jersey thing and look for the promoted commercial. Whoever when you saw the tweet, the commercial's in that thread. I saw it and I was like, yikes.
I just saw it because like Mercada tweeted about the actual bill. I didn't see that.
I'll find on my Twitter quickly because I think I also have it retweeted because I was like, Jesus.
Yeah, just send it to me.
Apparently, we're not supposed to say Jared Fogle, Jared Fogle, Jared Fogle.
Why?
Is that a strong female athlete?
Well, because Jared Fogle was the Subway guy who was a pig.
Oh yeah, the keto guy.
Guys, he is no longer the Subway guy. That is not Jesse Smollett.
Oh my.
That's true.
That's right. Oh, but by the way, Culture, after 2 hours point, which is basically in 30 seconds, you can pretty much say whatever the fuck you want.
Okay, well then I'm just gonna whoop it out right now and slap it around the camera.
Cool. Let me get my magnifying glass.
Okay, I said say, not show.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I misunderstood. Sci-Fi for Me TV, another great channel. We've been highlighting some of these chats. This is a interesting thing you should read. WW Pro's article on Christians being shut out of diversity quotas at Disney.
Yep.
Well, and I think we've seen the proof of that with that one lady that was speaking out the other day. Yeah.
Here you go. I got something for you guys if you missed this one. This comes from the front lawn of a church.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not joking. Put it up there.
Oh.
Fasting from whiteness.
Wow.
This Lent, we build our worship life around the voices of Black people.
What fucking church is this?
It's the church of Go Kill Yourself. I
can tell you this. It's a bold statement to make on during Ramadan.
First United what of what?
Bye-bye channel. Okay.
No, you're fine. You're over 2 hours now. Don't worry.
I put this on.
Hey, we get to watch worship live at 11 a.m. in person on YouTube.
But this is a bold statement to make during the month of Ramadan to say that you're fasting from whiteness. Okay.
It looks like a whitening for teeth commercial ad. That's what it looks like. It looks like something for whitening your teeth.
Apparently, Toxic Man Flu thinks that some people should be in bed, including Darius. He says, for $5, I thought you were going to bed after Comics' member stream, Darius. Well...
I should be, but I'll probably go to Waffle House when I'm done here.
Dude, I want Waffle House. Why'd you do that?
God, I want waffles. What the fuck?
Go to Waffle House.
Who's getting waffles at 1:30 in the morning? How drunk are you?
Golden griddle, baby.
No, this is my usual thing.
Going to fucking Waffles at 2 in the morning?
Believe it or not, yeah, my kids and I have a thing on the weekends with this.
It's called Don't Wake Mom. We want waffles.
Wait, it's Sunday.
No, it's Monday.
Yeah, but it's Easter
Monday.
week. It's spring break week.
Oh, that's spring break. Okay, you're fine.
Can we have a morning for Madonna, please, since she's now become a Jim Henson production?
Oh, at least.
Oh my God! Yeah, rest in peace.
Holy
cow! Jesus God! I'm sorry. The Muppet looked better. Jesus God!
Wow.
Hello,
I feel so bad
everybody.
for her.
Wow.
Okay, can I say I don't feel that bad for her because she chose this.
Well, I feel bad for her, meaning I used to be a
years
huge
of
fan,
drug
what the
abuse
fuck?
and just mental dysfunction on her part.
When I saw
I
that,
know,
This
you're
is
right.
where it goes, folks.
I thought it was a TikTok filter the first time I saw that video, and I looked at him like, "There's no filter. What the fuck?" Oh my
No,
God.
this is
There's no filter.
basically what happens when you are the biggest sex icon in the world for a long time, and then you get old. That's what this is, and you can't age gracefully.
No.
That's what this is.
She's no longer a beautiful stranger.
This is a psychological collapse.
Oh, she is just fucked
She's a
up now.
60-year-old who wants to be in a 20-year-old's body. We get it.
Yeah.
Howard, I'm dying.
This is what I mean by I feel bad for her. It's I feel
Do
for
I
all
look
these...
like a virgin?
Oh my God.
Catch me like the first time.
I feel bad for all these women that like, they've had these like ideas of beauty and like they don't understand like what aging gracefully is, and then they're like, I want to be like forever young, and they go and like stick fucking needles in their face to like try and do that, and
Botox
it makes
looks
it look
horrible,
worse.
people.
Okay, but
Botox looks bad.
I'm going to step outside of this conversation and say that's freaking cool, Ted. Met
Nice.
ZZ Top at a Waffle House. That's freaking rad.
That's pretty
How many
cool, man.
Waffle Houses near me? You guys are fucking suck.
See,
Nice.
I've decided a long time ago. I plan on going peacefully in my car, unlike my passengers.
Oh my god! So like you're
That
gonna
is
do
like
like
the
some.
world's oldest joke.
And
Steven.
it's still funny though, Tom. You know
funny
that.
every time.
I've
still
never heard
funny.
it before, and I was
Oh.
like, so what are
I
you
got
gonna
it from
do?
Just
Like,
for Less. Just pass out.
Oh, geez, Pete HVP. That's
He's pretty-
rough.
Yeah, he's been 80 years old for the last 30 years. That's why.
that's true.
I'm still trying to find that for Nina here. Hold on.
That's what happens when you get so angry at life.
Oh man, this has been amazing. We've gone for
I
2
still
hours.
think that the thing that she did before was even worse. Like when she was like in that fucking milk bath,
Oh,
and
in
she
the
was like,
bathtub, yeah.
yeah, like
God.
that was like some next level shit. Like that was way worse than this one where she's like kissing the camera. Like I was like, I don't even care about this. But I hadn't seen her in years before she came out with that bathtub thing, and I was like, dude, what happened to her? She's
And now I don't
insane
want to
now.
see her again.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like a virgin.
Which
Hey,
is a
Nina, Nina, this is for you, doll.
Okay.
Yeah, it says the best one on
Oh.
this panel is the
Aw, thanks, Dwayne. That is so sweet.
gift. You needed that
concur.
pump up, right?
Aw.
But of course,
Wow.
Steven brings us down to earth with as Sam Neill in Event Horizon. Tom,
Ah!
That's
I'm
right.
not sitting here
I love
screaming
that
at the
Now,
middle of the
that's what
fucking
I'm going
night.
to turn on tonight.
I don't
when go to
remember
bed.
which comedian said it or who said it or which pundit, but somebody said like,
holy hell!
look, when you have to make a movie make a song that's called "I'm Madonna, bitch," you're no longer Madonna.
Yeah.
Hey, Prince Lethal says for $2 Australian. Hey, babe,
Hey. How you
Hey.
doing?
what's up, Lethal?
Hey, Lethal.
You still give me a chub.
I don't know who's he's saying the hey babe to.
Oh,
Is
it's
that to
definitely you.
Culture?
No,
I
it's
don't
me.
know.
It's
You said
me.
that to me earlier. I was like, it is
Yeah,
this
I'm okay.
morning.
I'm sorry. It's Steven.
No,
Yeah, it's
I'm pretty
definitely
sure
Steven.
it's the culture and his
Yo,
hair.
Yo, I was on that last Adidas ad, Culture. I shared it for you. I'm definitely babe. All right.
All right. Fair enough.
I don't believe you.
Come on.
You
do it.
change it. I feel like you need to change your avatar to Sailor Moon, and
I'm-
then he'll definitely be talking to you.
Really?
No. Okay, there's
day I dream
Steven.
about
That's
snow.
the Steven I know.
That's
With my
mean.
Whale Wars
It's
picture.
not mean.
God bless you.
It's great.
It is great.
It's
It
no
sounds
dumber
real.
than the ad. Let's be real.
I can't decide this because like a part of me wants to bring back fat shaming and be like, no, we shouldn't have this shit like this. But then a part of me is like, well, I mean, in this specific one, she's exercising, and we do want these
Not
land whales
exercising,
to
she's-
exercise.
I
This
can
is
make
true, Nina.
4
I see what you're
gallons of
saying,
heavy
yeah.
whipping cream from this.
But here's
bitch.
my
Okay,
problem with this.
no.
I tried to buy a pair of Adidas. I'm a fat kid. They don't fit on my fucking feet.
All right. Now,
This bullshit advertising.
yeah, but I got to break everything here. This woman here in general is actually a body positive actual person, spokesperson. It's not about getting fit. She's happy with her body. She's actually those types
Exactly.
of your body the way you are. So this whole ad is defeated. That's why I put the whole thing all day.
That's why my doctor says if I don't get better, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
Oh
She's
yeah,
body
that's
positive.
I didn't know that one, Fat Steven. But
I'm
usually when I
perfect
see
just
stuff
the
like this,
ways
I can't.
am.
I just want to like encourage fat people to exercise. So I just can't be
You
like,
want-
I
you want-
fucking hate this.
You want to encourage fat people to exercise? Lock them in the building, set it on fire, see which one gets out first.
Oh,
Oh my
I've said
God.
this several times over. As a fat individual, we should not be a protected class. What we are doing to ourselves is not healthy. It is a choice. We're not born this. Nobody is born fat.
No.
No. Well, I mean,
Not
remember that like
necessarily.
19-pound baby that like
ago.
that
I
lady
know
fucking
I
pushed
need to
out? I
lose
was
I
like,
was
weight.
12 pounds when I was born.
My point is that in most, like 99.9% of the time cases, most people who are obese because they're fucking lazy and they don't eat right.
yeah, The
Plain and
Simpsons made
fucking
fun of that.
simple.
Remember when Homer was like, I want to be like handicapped, and then he decided to become obese so
Yeah.
that he doesn't have to go to work.
Where's the mini key? Where's the tab? I want to.
You know what's sad is in that episode, I can't remember. I think it's like 330 pounds he had to reach or whatever to be considered obese.
230? Yeah, I think 230.
Whatever it was. Yeah, like the average American now probably weighs 230.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
You can tell by the rascals bent inwards.
It all goes downhill from here. It's the same thing as everything we all complain about Hollywood these days. It's it's just an issue of laziness, right? It's that, no, we're not really fat. No, we're not really overweight. It's not all this. We don't have to do anything. We're fine the way we are.
That's because the government's the one that helped make it that way. I mean, part of it isn't our fault because they have substituted almost everything they can as far as sugar-wise with corn syrup in our food. And the government has allowed it. And that is another reason why we have become extremely obese in the last 10, 15 years.
Well, high fructose corn syrup is well known to cause that kind of an issue.
Exactly. And they have replaced almost all sugar in everything with it.
Yeah, and aspartame and shit like that too.
Lethal, send me a DM because apparently I can't find you. I don't know what happened. I need all the Australians on next Sunday's show. I want the whole Aussie crew next Sunday.
One last thing I'll say about that Simpsons episode though is my favorite joke in it was when he goes to the movies and he can't fit in the chairs and they tell him to leave because he doesn't fit in the chairs. And someone in the fucking distance goes, "Hey, fatty, I'll go to the movies for you. A fridge too far." I freaking lost it.
True.
No, I know Bad Buddy says 10, 15 years. What the fuck last 4 years? Well, more so in the last 15 to 20 years. But like, that was the whole thing with New Coke, right? Back in the day. It was all they really did was change from sugar to corn syrup.
Yeah.
Yeah, and aspartame.
What do you mean DM me where? I'm CultureCasino. You can hit me on Minds, hit me on Twitter, hit me on Getter.
Wait, is Lethal banned on Twitter again? Is that why he's asking you that?
I don't know. I can't find him. I was like trying to hit my boy here. And
I have a favor. Are any of you planning on going to New Mexico and crossing the border back illegally? Because I need a new phone plan.
Oh, shit. No kidding. Oh, my God.
Well, I do have to get back to Guatemala.
Guatemala.
Cool. Can you get me like a Pixel 3 or something, please? While you're
Lethal, join my Gilded, dude. Lethal, join my Gilded. I don't want to have to.
Yeah, I don't see him on Twitter.
Gilded? What does that mean?
Gilded? You don't know what a Gilded is?
Yeah, it's another new thing they're trying to make happen.
Better. It's better than it kicks Discord in the sack like times 10. And
I can stand Discord.
It's better. It's way better. And the DMs are good. We can set up calendars. You can use webhooks and stuff. It's beautiful.
Does it require the internet?
Lethal, I need to find you on Instagram too. Like, what is your name under for Lethal? Like, is it Lethal Lightning? Is it Prince Lethal?
It's Fat Steven gives me a shove. That's what it's called. And that's from actual live stream.
Or that.
I think it's Lethal Lightning. And I'm already following him, so never mind.
Steven, sometimes I'm just saying.
Dude, you can ask him yourself when he gets in here. He literally said that live on air.
Okay. He's Lethal Lightning. Somebody send him this link.
Okay, well, I can send it to him because I'm on his Instagram.
His Insta
pictures there?
Wait, okay. I'm supposed to read a member chat if somebody can find it from. Oh, Toxic Man Flu. Member chat for 10 months. Hey, Jesus, you've been here. Wow. All right, bro. Thanks. Do better, Culture from Polly. Also, you have seen the movie Black Rain from '89. Yeah, holy crap. And also, it's a weave. It is not a weave, dude.
No, it's just horsehair from that unicorn.
I'm so mad at all of you right now.
It's okay, Harry. We'll hit your Henderson's shape. Don't worry.
We all keep going for a while. I got to run, folks.
Hey, you know what?
Have fun at waffles.
Hey, enjoy your waffles. And you know what, Valiant?
Awesome that Valiant has time for this show,
I'm
but he doesn't
debating.
have time for 4K for you.
Do you want to hang out?
Yeah, no, like I just got finished with the last Addams Family performance today. My God,
you
I'm
sent
so
me
glad.
pictures.
Hey, I gotta ask a question, brother. So you want to make this a regular Sunday thing? This is a weird way to ask.
Sure.
I can't promise I can make this a regular Sunday thing, but keep me on the list and I'll pop in when I can.
Oh, this is weird, dude. This is very weird and organic. I love you, man. I appreciate you.
almost 3
Yeah.
Bye,
a.m. We're having
Valiant.
a
It's
blast.
weird because you're never like awake at this time, Culture. I've never
it-
seen you awake at
That's
this.
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
I'm very, very old.
Am I
That's true.
seriously on the
usually
big
burying
screen right
bodies in
now?
the
For
cabin.
God's sake, come on, get me off of this shit.
Go
Get me
home.
off- Get me
Bye.
off,
God.
says.
Love you,
Are
man.
you gonna go for a while longer?
Probably a little bit more.
All right. Well, I'll listen. So,
All right.
good to
All
see
right,
everybody
just-
out there.
Hey, say hi to
Nina.
everybody at the Waffle House, bro.
Fat Steven, Tom,
Check this
Culture.
man out,
Hit
please.
us up, for
He's
God's sake.
he's one of the best of us, and I love him. Go do your thing, brother. Get some sleep. Get
I'm
some.
probably gonna
food.
get in bed. Yeah, I gotta get to work tomorrow.
Someone's
All
in
right,
the
well,
back room.
Smooch that lady. That always makes you go to
She
sleep.
will punch me in the dick if I kiss her right now and wake her
shit.
up.
All right.
So,
Well, one is leaving, another is coming in.
That's what she said.
The
Thank you.
lethal is here.
I'm not coming yet. I need a bit first.
Do not
All right.
come.
Do not come.
Hey,
not
we
know.
G'day, Nina. Hello, everyone. How we doing?
What's up, brother?
good. How
Good
are
to see you,
you?
Benedict.
I'm
How you
alright.
doing?
I'm well. I'm well, thank you. Today's a bit of a write-off. I got home late, so everything I wanted to do just fell through, but it's what it is. Culture, I haven't been on Twitter for months. I got banned again.
Dude, you make friends all the time.
Yep. Ban lethal seems to be the cool thing to do.
All
I'm
right,
evidently
well,
working on it myself. So
Lethal, when you said "Hey, babe," who were you talking about?
Stephen, and only Stephen.
Okay.
Told you. I told y'all. Suck it, Culture.
Stephen gives me a chub.
See?
Wow.
I still have that clip somewhere too.
Okay. That's
Look,
excellent.
It's an erection for those that don't know what that means.
I'm really uncomfortable right now. Speaking of which,
that is Australian for erection kids.
You want the Crisco there, Culture? You want some Crisco?
this is I don't know what just
7
happened. to my
spices and a little bit of a rub down, you know?
Wow. This is getting real spicy now.
Yeah, we're extra spicy with queso. Daryl the Derelict for $5 says, "All hail the meme lord,
Hey, Daryl.
FSS Nina Tom VR and the
Hi.
Luscious Locks." Thank you. Valiant still makes me feel kind of funny. Well, he thinks a lot of people feel kind of
Could be
funny.
diarrhea.
Yeah, and Prince
Did
Lethal
you eat
makes
some
me
Lucky
feel
Charms?
so Lethal, can you bring your Saturday morning cartoons kids over to my Sunday culture review next week or what?
What have I got on next week? I
I
have
don't
a
know.
feeling there's something on next week. Maybe I might be able to.
My Sunday show, bring over Lyndon and Raging and your own self. It'd be beautiful. We would have a good time.
I dictate when others are available.
Of course
you
you
will be fucking free at this time, you motherfucker. Or I will fucking skits out on you, you fucking dog cunt.
I'll reach out to Raging. You know I will, and I'll reach out to Lyndon too. But I'm gonna try to get Grant Gregory. I'm trying to bring all the Aussie reps in. I would love that.
Why
guys-
did you get in trouble? Do you need to pull some? Look at my friends.
I do. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm not racist. I have black friends. Is this one of those
I
situations?
need Australian friends right now. It's weird. I don't want-
You missed not one but two of Darius's super chats. Like, what is?
What?
Stop it!
How did
Stop it!
that is
Culture.
not possible, Darius. If I did, I hate myself. I hate.
You missed
others.
one at least because I'm looking at his one that
CC
says
missed two of
"I'm in
my
bed."
Super chats. Black Rain rules. What do you think about that, Nina? Does Black Rain ruling?
I don't know what is that a band? I don't know what that is.
Is that the show?
Chocolate Rain. No, it's actually a movie with I think it was did
Okay,
Ridley Scott direct it?
Darius Munchausen was telling Toxic Man Flu that he was in bed for $2.
And he's
And
he's
there
taking a
might have been
selfie
one
with-
before that, but I can't scroll back anymore.
Yeah, there's another one that says left is blaming
Tom-
authoritarian Christian right. I think we
Tom-
got
We
that
should.
one.
We did that one.
I got that one. I read it. I read it. That's a,
Yeah, I put it in there just as you brought it up on screen.
That's what I thought.
Other than that, I don't think there's any other one.
I'm scrolling back. Like I've gone
Yeah,
back.
that
now,
one we
like,
saw. So
2 hours and 17 minutes. Darius, you went to the bathroom. Come on, let's just be honest.
Chocolate Rain.
This is amazing. I'm loving.
Remember
all
when the internet was innocent with shit like Chocolate Rain?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you remember when memes were just like grumpy cat?
Yes. And
I
everyone's
remember-
getting raped out here and shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when the internet was famous for like you kicked my dog, and it was that Indian guy that was like, "You kicked my dog."
Well,
Yeah,
obviously.
now look at it.
That was
Now
the
look
best
at
thing
it.
ever.
Now we
Yeah.
can't even get off on this.
We've got 117 people in here. Hi.
Oh fucking oath!
Hi.
Isn't that pretty late for you? All of
Dude,
you?
I'm
Yes.
I'm never asking all
Nina,
these
yes.
people. Like my audience
It's
is like,
I'm usually doing like Mead Radio right now. From
Yeah.
It's almost 3 a.m. here. I'd be in bed.
and everybody's like, Culture's awake.
Are you drunk, Culture, or are you just
Oh,
like
God,
hanging
no.
out?
No. See this? Water.
Yeah.
Are you drinking?
I am.
Water.
Oh, okay. I was gonna go.
I thought
Tequila.
maybe you're like
I was gonna
drinking
go help you.
something else.
Oh no. I did that earlier in the evening. Look, yeah, no, I was like, look, I want to do something special because I'm going to launch this special thing, and now I can't do it because this is a great stream, and if we ever do it again,
What's the special thing you launched?
I was gonna like, okay, so like I finally got 100 members on my channel, right?
Lit.
You know, where people are giving money. I know I'm not like you, Nina. Okay, I'm sorry. I just
What? I don't have 100 members. What are you talking about?
What about why you don't have 100 members?
No.
Oh, all right. Well, I reached 100. That's weird because you're awesome.
Thanks.
Okay.
Simp.
I'm not. What? No. Anyway, so I haven't been on Simpcast, so that's not true. But anyway, so I reached 100 members. I was gonna
Fuck is
launch
that?
like Nina was on Simpcast
It's
tonight.
Chrissy Mare's show that we do on Sundays.
You didn't know this?
I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah, it's hilarious. It's
That's
Chrissy
great.
Mare. Me,
And-
well, I join sometimes, but it's mostly Chrissy Mare, Brittany Venti, Anna, that Star Wars girl, and she brings in porn stars sometimes.
See,
but
I know who
totally
Anna
up
is.
your
I
alley.
know that one.
Leanne Starr's on there sometimes, and other people.
Yeah.
Ashton
Yeah. She brings in. Yeah, it works out. I mean, for guys, but mostly. So she was on Simpcast anyway. Where was I? Oh, so I'm trying to get this thing going. It's called the Whales level, like my third tier on my channel.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was thinking I could do a special show, but I don't want to deprive. If you guys are going to show up every Sunday night, I wouldn't want to deprive anybody, or like a lot of Sunday nights. You have to be every Sunday night. But I didn't know if anybody was interested in that. I was like, would you be interested in something like this where I stay up late and act like a fool and bring other people in? I
think
other
all
people would
YouTubers
be.
do.
I don't usually act like a fool there, Lethal.
Well, you should give it a try.
Especially when you drink.
I ain't drinking. There's no drink.
Just get drunk and then do it. Yeah.
So you want
You
want me to yellow flash it up in here? Is that what you're saying?
I remember when you got drunk, you got real mad and started swearing at everybody, and that was funny.
I will beat the brakes off of that, you know. Oh my god, I'm having a good time. Oh wow, is anything else happening? Because everybody's going to bed. Man,
Something weird happened in New York.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, I don't know. John just posted this, and I was like, "What is this?" And he's like, "Someone needs to CGI Godzilla into this." And it says, "Breaking news: manhole explosion causes mass panic in New York Times Square, and no reports of injuries." And it just looks wild. Like it's just like people running. Here it is. I'm sharing my screen.
Yeah, I saw that. Somebody's like, we really need to like superimpose Godzilla behind them.
Yeah, that was John. That's what he said.
Oh yeah, it was John. Yeah.
Oh, what it is? But what is it?
Isn't that the soy motherfucker that's in like all the memes?
I don't know. Is it?
Go back.
Whoa, what was that?
Ooh, what are you talking about?
It was like
What are you talking
plane.
Right
is
there.
it?
Oh, that's a chick. I think.
That was a chick.
Forgive me for getting them
All right, you ready? Hit the pause button. Right about now.
Wait, oops. You wanted me to pause it here? Why?
A man
Another tab.
hole blew up. I know that.
There it is. See it in the wait, turn around. And one more, and right there. Stop. See the flaming thing in the thing?
Flaming thing in the thing.
Look
I
at
don't
the
see
building.
shit. Like this?
Yeah, up
Building.
there.
That's
It's-
not a manhole.
No, I'm talking about in the building.
What building? It's New York.
There's like
Yeah.
shit. Oh, guys, all right, everyone, quiet. Guys, quiet.
There's
Look,
like 20 buildings.
guys, stop for a second. Look at the straight back middle building. You will see a black line going diagonally up, and you will see fire behind. Middle building. Look. At
I
the
see
orange.
that.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what he's talking about.
That looks like a
Okay.
film promotion to me.
Wait, why does
This
this look
this
like
must
some,
bring
this looks like
some
older
really
video?
bad
something.
memories though for like people in New York and of everyone running away from buildings.
Oh yeah. Boom.
What? Yeah, there it is.
Fuck, those cars are nearly running people over.
Well, that happens all the time. It's New
They don't
York.
give a shit.
Yeah, they don't give a shit.
We got to get the fuck out of the way.
Yeah, Darius Munchausen sent us a super sticker. It's a unicorn thingy.
Oh, good. You can ride it later
Is it a
tonight.
unicorn that is being ridden by a naked culture casino?
Yes.
No, not yet. Anyway, although if somebody creates that, I would probably.
Or
put it on my
Jesus?
thing.
I am not putting your. Well, I could do it if it depends.
I won't
on-
do it.
Yeah, I'll do it. You said it. I'll do it. Not now.
Yeah, I love this. Go to zero. Okay, sorry.
Godzilla!
Gorgira.
There's Valiant. Valiant, thanks for being on. You guys don't even realize this is way past my bedtime.
Really?
I have a show in the morning. Have you
Really?
guys seen it before? It's pretty
No,
good.
because it's
Yeah, I've
usually
seen it
muted.
a couple times. I want to play this thing that Lofty made of me, but I don't know if you're gonna get hit with the music claim. Wait, do you
okay.
care about copyright claims?
This stream isn't monetized. I don't think I monetize the stream.
He's still under the certain limit where he can mute the audio out. I think it's at 4 or 5 hours where you can no longer edit live streams.
Oh,
Because they have a beta program where you can remove the music only, but still keep the audio of the stream.
well, I don't think this one's actually doesn't really have any music. I think
All
it'll
right.
be fine.
Do they write the songs?
No, it doesn't have any music. It has like sound effects. Like there's a
Well, they
sound
can't claim
card.
that.
Every morning there's a halo.
Here, I'll send it to you, Culture, and if you want to play it, you can go
No,
ahead.
no,
here.
Keep
Whip
it
it
up,
out,
culture. This is going to turn into a karaoke stream.
Drop it in here. Drop it in here, Nina. If you know,
Drop
if
it like it's hot.
Like you want to watch it? I share it.
yeah, whip it out.
Whoa.
Okay, so Lofty Pixels made this
Oh,
with me in there because I got into it with him on Twitter because he
Getting
thinks that
into it
the
with Lofty?
MCU
When does that ever
I
happen?
saw that today.
Lofty
What's that?
Pixels. Yeah, I got into it with him because he was like saying how
Oh.
the MCU, like Wanda is not part of the MCU and like she's being misjudged and miscategorized and whatever. He was saying that on Flashcast and then he posted that on Twitter and then Flash and Gary and like a whole bunch of people kind of like replied to him but were like kind of like you're wrong and me too because I was like, well, I think that a lot of people think what they think because of, you know, the MCU's history with Wanda and they kind of like retconned her. But long story short, he decides to make this. Oh yeah, and then he called Monica Rambeau a retard like on Twitter. And then so Black Twitter and everyone like lost their minds and started calling him like racist and also like saying that he said the R word and it's a slur and he shouldn't have said that. So
Lofty's not a racist. He's just a fucking retard. He lives off bad takes. He has a smelly mangina, but he is not a racist.
yeah, he's definitely not a racist, but he called Monica Rambeau a retard. So Black Twitter and like all the SJWs lost their minds. They were like,
But that's it. That's just it, though, Nina. Like Ricky Berwick even used retard in a post, and a guy with a neurogenic disease tried to retweet that and get clout of a victim because he has a disability, because another disability.
Are you talking about Ricky?
Yeah, Ricky
Yeah.
Berwick. Yeah. He deleted his whole account. I can't. Plague Master, I think, deleted his whole account on Twitter. He's gone. He's like gone. But his
Wow.
profile had more virtue signal than we've seen in the last 3 years in a Marvel film.
so he made so
I'm
then
not a
Lofty
drama
went
channel.
and said
I
a
don't do
day in
drama.
life of Lofty Pixels featuring me, Gary, and Yellow Flash Guy. So here it is.
His Ethan Klein one's the best. I don't care.
Wait, why isn't it playing? I hate Twitter sometimes.
Have you guys seen the Ethan Klein one where he's in the diaper singing?
I don't
I
do
don't think I've seen
reaction
that one.
drama.
I
only.
think I have. It was pretty fun.
That was
I don't do that.
hilarious.
I
He
Can
was
you
no,
send that
it's
to me
no.
if you find it?
If he was going after Joe Rogan.
So this was his tweet that everyone was kind of like, what are you talking about? He said, I was 2 years old when I learned that Wanda Maximoff is woke
read it.
MCU despite being introduced to 1964 and being a fan favorite female and hero for six like long decades or something like that.
Yeah.
You're famous.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean anything. I was just playing around.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Jesus fucking Christ, it's about time.
I am so confused.
Hey, I got the knockout. I'm fine with that.
I have no idea what happened.
Yeah, Lofty's not a racist. He's just a retard. Leave him alone.
There you go.
Oh, is
Interestingly
that what
enough,
that was?
that's a hell of a way to close the show, Nina. Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Look, Lethal, you were more than welcome to hang out anytime you want to.
Thank you.
Tom and I are like, Jay and Silent Bob, only I talk more than Silent Bob. I've got Nina here, who I love dearly, and she's awesome. And then Fat Steven Seagal, who is great and makes people laugh, and I'm happy about that.
That was the best. Thank you for that. That was beautiful.
What did you want me to say?
It's so fucking beautiful. Nina, you're great. Welcome back in time. Tom, you're welcome back to Lisa. You're welcome back in time.
I love everybody.
Steven.
This is why they say like being drunk or being tired
I
is
need to go
worse
get
than
an
driving
alcohol
drunk.
transfusion with my blood now.
I need a sleep transfusion. God dang it, you guys suck. I'm so glad y'all came on tonight. Fuck.
Love you, Roger.
Look, hey, Nina, you have anything to promote other than you're awesome
No, I'm gonna be on Toxic Femme tomorrow. Midnight's Edge. Check me out with Tom.
Lethal, do you have
I'm
things
still
coming
alive
down?
after the dentist? Yes.
Oh, all right.
What, sorry?
Do you have anything coming down or coming up or coming anywhere?
What are you talking about?
You're on your channel. Are you doing things?
Oh, you kept saying the word coming. I'm like, what the fuck are you on about?
He wants to become lethal, like really bad.
Here, man.
Yeah, as soon as I came on, he's talking about come. I don't know. All I do now is fucking yell about Halo and talk about anime and play video games. That's all I do now. And I'll still find a way to get fucking.
We're not done yet. We're so not done yet. We got our best closer ever. I found it for you, Nina, and everyone else.
Okay, excellent. With that, Tom.
What?
He's muted.
What's up, bro?
Nothing.
You doing anything?
Andre said
like right now.
No, like later or tomorrow.
Goddamn business.
He's gonna be hanging out with me on Toxic Femme Culture.
Well, we got Midnight's Edge in the morning, and then I'm gonna have
that's
to leave early to go to the dentist, and then I got Toxic Femininity to get back for.
You'll be a dentist.
'Cause I'm a dentist and a success.
There you go. And finally, Fat Steven is going to take us out of the show.
And to the demonetization train.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. This is so funny.
All right. Well, I'm going to make this. I'm going to do
Bye,
this.
everybody.
Nina, I'm not displacing you. I'm just doing this. And
oh, great.
Oh no.
No. I don't do drama.
I'm gonna shit directly into my pants. I won't even flinch and then I'll wipe with my hands. Shitting in the toilet is so last year. This is how we do in 22. I haven't showered in about 20 days. It doesn't really matter if you do it my way. I don't even take it out of my diaper. I don't fucking have the time for that. Can you imagine just how free I feel?
He did this. Lofty did this, yeah.
Head over heels. I'll never go back to wearing tighty whities. Listen to me take a huge dump right in my pants. I'm gonna shit right in my pants.
Wow.
Do you really wanna shit in toilets forever, forever? Right in my pants. I'm gonna shit right in my pants. I don't even have to worry about it forever, forever.
What the fuck, dude?
See, Lofty does have some redeeming qualities.
Dude,
That
I can
was-
tell you this. Lofty Pixels is like he is the rule, like the exception to the rule that says lefties can't meme because that guy can fucking meme like with the best
my
of
He
them.
should just be like, like in Breaking Bad, when they at the end of Breaking Bad when they have Pinkman in the cell.
Yeah.
They should just do that Lofty. Go, you just sit in the cell and meme. You don't fucking talk. We give you water twice a day. That's it.
But that video, that's what actually got me hooked on Lofty. When I saw that with Ethan Klein, I was like, oh my god, this is so good. It's forever young, we're forever in my pants.
God, he's funny. Lofty is funny. He's got a good sense of humor.
All right. Well, because I need to sleep and I have a show soonish. Yes, in the morning sometime. I had a great time tonight. If you guys wouldn't mind showing up once in a while on a Sunday when I do this out of the blue, that'd be great.
Just send an invite. We'll be here.
I will. Tom, shut up.
Tom, don't shake your head.
Tom, I will send you an
Not
Egyptian.
gonna do it.
I will send you an Egyptian cotton towel.
I thought it was gonna be something else for a minute.
No, that's actually really kinky.
Wow,
It is
that is
kinda-
really yeah.
Culture, you gotta send him the Cowabunga collection.
Okay, I'll do that. How much is that?
$20.
So look at that, Tom. Look at that. Was that? Yeah. See,
Look at his
was that it?
face. He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. That's all the retro
No.
Ninja Turtle games in one package.
Kind of almost looked like he was slurping spaghetti there. I'm uncomfortable with that face, to be honest with you.
I'm so
That's-
hungry
that's
and you
not
said
okay.
spaghetti. I
That's
need
my duck
food.
face now.
We had fettuccine Alfredo earlier with crab meat.
All right. Look, honestly, we got to go to
That's not
bed.
so
All
good.
right. I love everybody. Lethal.
Hello.
Get your team in line for Sunday.
What do you mean, my team? My team consists of me, myself, and I.
That's not true.
And Irene.
I don't get to decide when people are free.
Okay. Well, you know what? You should set them free. You know, what do they call that? Emancipation. You're in charge.
Wow.
All
Just
right.
leave,
Anyway.
just leave a path of gray sweaters, and Lyndon will follow.
I have to go to bed.
Good night, everybody. End it, culture. End it. Good night.
Well, how do you end a stream like this? I don't even know.
Well,
I
I
didn't
think
set
that
up
button in the
anything
top
for
right.
it. Oh, wait. I got a button for that. Wait. Where is it? What does it say? Oh, there's it. Bye.
Right in my pants.